What happened?
What? OBS likes to not pick up my mic sometimes. Okay, there we go. It's fixed. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. Here with more San Sebastián on this Friday evening, if you're joining us live. A few announcements before we get started. If you are enjoying what we're doing and would like to support the show, there are a few ways you can do so. We have a Beacons page with a link to Hero Forge for some minis and soon-to-be dice in many months. We have a Redbubble with all of our merch. Lots of new Pride merch gonna be added soon because Jenna's been going absolutely feral with designs.
Yes.
Literally feral, queer.
I mean, I feel like Jenna just sort of is in a perpetual state of like
No, it is my
variable levels
baseline.
of ferality.
Mm-hmm.
But like we're on like an upswing in the feral.
We're at
Roller
the
coaster?
peak of
Feral sine wave is
We're the-
currently at a peak.
we're at the
Yes,
feral peak.
that's it. Yeah.
We also have a coffee for direct donations if you just like throwing money around. So that's an option too. If you're watching, wait, no, I skipped ahead. You can also find all of our social media on there, on that Beacons page, including a link to our Discord to keep up with updates about the show and see our feralness in action.
We're all slightly feral. It's okay.
Yes.
Including our pets.
Including our pets.
Yeah.
And you could join our Discord and see all of the monarch caterpillars that are my new friends, and I name them all.
As you should.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're watching the beauty on YouTube, you can catch us live weekly, like right now. So do that. Come say hi.
Mm-hmm.
We might say hi back.
Heckle Nina in chat.
Sometimes she's asleep again tonight.
Oh, poor Nina.
Get
So
the chance to
tired.
heckle Nina in
Sleeping
chat.
on her duties.
Yes.
Yep.
Nina, you're fired.
Nina, you're fired. Nina.
I mean, in the future,
Nina.
you'll be able to heckle her in person. She might even pop her head into the
Oh boy.
chat.
Perfect.
She definitely will to harass Jenna, 100%.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
she likes to send me voice notes where she's yelling just like dramatically at
I mean,
me.
she'll
About-
probably throw tea bags at me like she did last time.
Well, we like to coordinate that too, though. So sometimes she texts me to ask when the best time is to throw something at you,
Mm-hmm.
and then I tell her what the best time is to throw something at you.
I'm so happy that you do this.
As much as I may regret saying this,
Are Jenna
Yeah.
and Nina just HK?
well,
Yes.
that's the thing. Given the similarity of dynamics, if she wanted to guest star on an episode and take over Gigi for
Oh, God.
Live
she
action
could.
Gigi?
Live action Gigi?
Gigi?
She would make a great Gigi.
She probably would, actually.
Gigi's got big brat energy.
This is fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got.
Over to me, I suppose. Welcome back to San Sebastián, everyone. Tonight we are likely finishing HK's first arc here, and depending upon how things go, maybe getting into the start of Glories. We'll see.
Ooh.
But before that, we'll go ahead and start by putting a team into the pool, bringing you up to a total of 6 team.
Hell yeah.
And we'll go around and do some introductions. Icebreaker for the evening is: have you ever had a holiday celebration go horribly wrong? If so, how?
Yes. Yes. I'm sure it's a yes. I feel like I'll go first. Hi, I'm Tess. I play Elytra, and I feel like she's probably the first time she got like right after she had her bug powers, I'm sure she summoned ants by accident, and somehow that's probably why she gets yelled at by Delphi all the time. It was literally her ants, like on a Christmas or something, that she accidentally summoned and flooded the
Next
deli
time,
with
check
bugs.
if your Christmas tree comes with the colony.
Yep. Yep. But I mean, at least with the Elytra around, it's easy to clean up. And push on someone else. Let's go with that.
Just gonna take the ants and put them into our neighbor's Christmas tree.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Those people we don't like, let's give them ants instead. Silver Spectre,
it's
let's
still
give him
echoes.
ants.
Somehow it still echoes dad. Like, we
Yeah,
don't know how, but it still echoes dad.
Somehow it happened.
He is long dead by this point.
Good.
It's his grave. It is his grave. It's
Yep,
now
they
infested
ate the
by
termites
bugs.
ate his casket.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine with this.
don't do it.
It's never-ending karma.
Yeah, right? Well, he has enough for at least like 4 to 5 lifetimes, so.
Mhm.
I am Jenna, and I play Mia, aka Heavenly Katana, aka HK. And HK has definitely ruined Holiday because she came into her speed powers pretty early in life. And so one Christmas, she was like 5 or 6 or whatever. She just started like speed opening presents and accidentally opened all of Neko's presents too.
Oh.
And
Oops.
that caused all
Rip.
kinds of problems.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is when we learned HK cannot speed read.
No.
I don't know. Did she get her powers before she could read? Because there
Yes.
is that.
Yeah. Usually by 6, they're only reading like some words here and there, not.
I have no clue at which ages children learn anything.
6 is
I have no conceptualization of at what point children are capable of things.
When are children?
I learned in like preschool, kindergarten.
yeah. It's
You
when you're
start
starting
then, but, like,
letters.
You
But-
need.
Yeah, you need time to comprehend.
I know. I just woke up one day and was sentient. I don't know what to tell you.
I came into
Same.
existence this morning.
Mm. I don't know how I got here. I don't ask questions. I'm just here to fuck shit up.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
I can go. I'm Brianna. I play Glory. I don't think that Glory's had any particular holiday go wrong or anything, but she has spent the last couple of holiday seasons in her apartment feeling depressed. So,
Oh.
me
Not this
personally,
fucking year.
I fucked up a holiday, specifically Thanksgiving, because my grandfather and uncle wouldn't stop picking on me. So I flipped them off, and it made everything real awkward after that. No regrets.
Love that for
I
you.
mean, I love
like
that
to-
for you and support you.
I make
Thank you.
people gamble for their gifts ahead of time. Like, I plan activities to keep everybody from being stupid, like during the holidays. If you keep them busy, they have enrichment and start fights.
I have a friend whose mom does that, but something accidentally got lit on fire by one of the games.
Still better than
I
interpersonal.
definitely had a uncle knock
Problems.
over a firework at 4th of July one year, and
Rip.
it was pointed at children.
Oops.
I guess for Thanksgiving exploded the mashed potatoes one year for me.
You did or your dad did?
No, a guest. Like someone we had over for Thanksgiving and they were just like, whoop! And mashed potatoes went everywhere.
That, ooh.
What really sucks is that those were really good mashed potatoes.
Oh.
Look them off the chairs.
I was tempted.
5-second rule.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a little harder getting them out of the record player, so.
Oh.
Ooh, that sucks.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That sounds rough.
I'm Maria. I play Silver Phantom. He probably hasn't had any holidays ruined. Like, oh no, his dad's not there because he's off doing terrible things.
That's just like basic.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're probably really boring though.
We gotta spice up your holidays.
Are they going to continue to be boring now that you're openly antagonizing your father? And
I might just not go to holidays.
There are
He's an
better
adult. He
things
can
to
have
do.
other things to do.
Team holidays.
We can
or
have
you
Yeah.
just
team
invite
holidays.
the team to your parent holiday, and
We'll
they have
just
to
make
suffer.
baby like force you all to come to our house Christmas.
I gotta go to this crazy lady's house. Sorry.
I need to look up Japanese holidays.
I don't know of any holidays that have been ruined. I don't know. I don't remember.
Am I last?
I mean,
Is it just me?
having all good
Yeah.
holidays is pretty good.
All right. I'm Chartholomew. I play.
I love that. That's your new name. I'm never calling you anything else. I hope you realize that.
Neither. That's. I don't think some of my other friends are gonna be calling me anything other than that now. I play Thoth, our lovable hentai boy. I think
Bartholomew.
Chartholomew. I think for Thoth, probably there's probably been a couple holidays that he and Manny might have ruined in high school. They might have accidentally caused like a ham or turkey to get burned one time. And then absolutely they were fucking around with fireworks one 4th of July and probably like lit a tree on fire, like a big tree, and it just went up in flames.
Oops.
Yeah, oops.
Only Thoth can prevent forest fires.
Clearly not.
Only Thoth can cause forest fires.
As for me, okay, this is really morbid. When I was in 8th grade, my great aunt died on Thanksgiving.
Oh, jeez.
Like, it was, like, late at night. Like, it was after dinner, after our meal. We were all getting ready to, like, depart. And,
Poor choice of words.
yes.
Ah.
She took it literally. So.
That happened in my family too. That's the only time we ruined a holiday. It was probably my grandpa died
Technically,
on Easter.
I wasn't alive. No, I technically was alive for this holiday, but my mom was still pregnant with me, but Easter was ruined because my cousins had a mud fight.
Nice.
At least my aunts thought it was ruined. My dad and my uncles didn't get it.
I
Whatever.
thought it was funny.
They're kids. They're gonna roll around in the mud. Everybody was like 13 or older at the time. 13 down, somewhere in there.
I used to start
And,
mud fights before church.
Cousin who ruined an Easter by declaring that she was Wiccan.
Nice.
Nice.
Love it.
If you
It was
ask my
great.
grandma,
Goals.
I've
Hashtag
ruined
goals.
Christmas at some point, I'm sure.
I mean, not to discredit what they said, but
She.
technically speaking, Easter should be celebrated by the Wiccans, as far as I understand the origins of Easter.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
this is correct. It only lasted a week, alas.
Alas.
That Wiccan for a week sounds like the name of like some sort of
It's
like
a Disney
sitcom.
Channel movie.
age,
Yeah.
like Disney Channel movie.
It's on par with
I mean-
Twitches.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God, I love that movie.
Twitches was good.
Unbeknownst
Or
to them,
Halloween
the real
Town.
godless heathen was me.
We watch Halloween Town at work.
Oh, Halloween sounds
Every
so
year.
good.
And the Scooby-Doo movie is probably 6 or 7 times a week.
Which
I mean,
Scooby-Doo
fair.
movie?
The live action ones.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The early 2000s.
They're the only ones we can find on streaming.
Mhm.
The early
The
2000s
only
live actions.
ones?
To be fair, I'm not looking very hard. Yeah, with the ones with the gays, the girls and the gays.
Yeah.
It's
Listen.
because Wiener wants to look at Linda Cardellini.
That's
And who am I to
fair.
tell her no? Because I also want to look at Linda Cardellini.
I just like that Guppy has an arch nemesis. That's one of my favorite facts about Guppy.
We're getting off topic. So,
I mean, when do
Uh,
we not get off topic?
Yeah.
true.
This
Yeah.
is,
We've gone
to
on to
keep
like
us on
5
topic.
tangents.
this is on par for us.
That was a side quest from a side quest from
Yeah.
a side quest.
Bringing things back.
Yes, we are picking up exactly where we left off, with the massive scrum with the big dogs. So,
The
Oh.
Dick Nose Dog Gang.
Yeah.
So, as a reminder, the fight's sort of broken into like 3 locations and sectors at this point.
Yeah, we
There's
did that too. I'm sorry.
there's inside Graffiti Paradise, there's the street, and then there's the other side of the street where there's like some businesses. To my recollection, Thoth, Elytra, and Glory were all either inside Graffiti Paradise or like close to the edge between it and the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
SP, HK, and Moonlighter and Skater Boy actually are all sort of like in the street proper,
Mm-hmm.
along with Max Johnson.
I believe Glory was also out there because she got yeeted into SP on
Oh
accident.
yeah.
Yeah,
did.
that's
Yeah,
Now
right.
that I think about it.
Yep. Okay. So you are also with the street.
We're for
Uh,
the streets, guys.
And then the only occupant of the other side of the street at this point is Peter Pecker, who is the
That's
stretchy
where
one.
HK is. She just got cut down from his like
grasp.
dick grasp, whatever.
Which,
Yeah.
side note, just to like point this out here, a little impressive to you perhaps, considering you were trying to like cut down his attacks before and it was not working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
That's a later thought, though. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm. Who's that? That.
But as a reminder, the gang itself, the Big Dogs, is sort of mostly inside Graffiti Paradise at this point, but there is like a section of it that is also still like on the exterior street.
Okay.
So, who would like to act first?
I have a thought. Inside Graffiti Paradise.
Mm-mm.
Because I have my big demonic maw open in the middle of the ground. And I have plenty of reference material in the form of people. So I want to make it look like a large tongue comes out of this mouth, flies into the center of like the group of kids in front of it, grabs hold of someone, and yanks them inside the mouth.
So much trauma.
I love this.
Roll to unleash your powers.
Where'd my sticky? I found
Oh,
a
yeah.
sticky note. Don't worry.
Dolph has to become a therapist just to undo all of the trauma that he's doing right now.
Yeah, you're definitely giving some of these kids nightmares.
They chose this
They-
life.
They chose to start this fight.
Yeah.
That's self-inflicted trauma.
They had warning.
They
could've
could have
fled.
run, and they didn't. So that sounds
I
like
do
a-
think Glory told them to run.
She definitely told one of them to run. And you ran away screaming.
I think he
Most
broke
of
his
them
leg.
have run at this point. Y'all have done a pretty good number on
Yeah.
the game
Wow,
itself.
that just
Also, the goal
barely
of the worship burn
is-
last time.
a 7.
7.
Okay.
Okay. You want a condition or unstable and temporary?
I'll take a condition. Why not? I have angry and insecure marked.
Angry and insecure. Let's go ahead and say mark guilty.
I thought that's what I was thinking. I'm literally traumatizing teenagers.
Children.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are
Uh,
bullying children again.
it probably does
Yeah.
come into focus as a fair few of them start crying after you do this. Because they are just, like, scared absolutely shitless.
Then they should run!
Well,
Play stupid games,
thing.
win stupid prizes.
that was their last condition.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
So, between that, Glory going God mode, SP kicking the shit out of a lot of them, and just all the crazy shit Thoth has been doing, the gang finally breaks, and they start fleeing en masse. Max, who is like point blank as he just sees his gang scattering to the wind, is like, "Where the fuck are you going? Get back here!"
Nope.
And one of them's just like, Nah, man, I'm not fucking with that. Fuck this shit. The normie can have it.
We're helping.
So Max has a very vital bit of himself exposed right now, and I have a bunch of wasps.
Yay!
Christ.
Roll me to directly engage a threat.
Crow really went, what do you want to do? And he went, bet.
You told me wasps, I have wasps.
Yeah.
That is... that is a 10. So I will resist and avoid. And I'll create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay.
As this man is distracted by a vital part of him getting attacked by angry wasps.
I do have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Are you avoiding blows by doing this at a distance? Because technically speaking, Max is out in the street, and you're sort of in the heart of Graffiti Paradise right now. So are you, like, flying out to, like, directly attack, or are you just, like, remote controlling the wasps?
Oh, I think I can fly faster than a wasp, so I want them to get there ASAP because I got a bunch of people on the ground, so I'll fly out. I mean, they know I'm here already, so I don't have the element of surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right. Well, you sort of like swoop in and deploy the swarm.
mm-hmm.
Moonlighter is pretty grateful for that because he was sort of going toe to toe.
Yep.
With Max.
That's unfortunate for him.
And well, yeah, you sting his dick with wasps.
Yep.
Nice.
He does react with pain, not nearly the level of pain you would have expected. It's more along the lines of like, ah, son of a, and he starts flailing to get them off.
HK is gonna just ask Glory if she can create a box around her and Peter Piper picks a lot of
Hell in a
something.
cell time.
I was just gonna deploy the last grenade.
Wait, so you want to also be in the box? Just to clarify. Or you want to not be in the box when you throw that?
I think we'd have to time it unless HK just takes the thing in there and holds
I mean,
it.
she could like chuck the grenade and then Glory can box it really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, the last grenade only damaged other things because he caught it and threw it.
He did take something of a hit, but he did also use it to retaliate.
Yeah.
He is
She
also
just-
sans one arm currently.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs two arms?
Remind me what happened to the other?
Moonlighter cut it
Moonlighter.
off
Sliced
because he
off
was
by
holding
Moonlighter.
HK by her
Okay.
feet.
Fair enough. Yeah, Gloria can make a box if you like.
Yeah.
You'll
HK's
have
just-
to. Are you communicating that over comms or? Because they're in different areas right now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. You're both like street level currently, so.
Alright.
She'll make the motion for box. And then
Do the box dance.
and then
gosh.
she'll pull the thing on the grenade and try to put it in there so he gets stuck in there with the grenade in the box. However,
Okay.
I can time that. I mean, HK is pretty good at timing things despite her ADHD.
We're gonna say HK roll me to directly engage here.
Mhm.
And Glory, depending upon the roll, you can spend team to increase this if you want to, or we can just like say it's for flavor.
What is my -2 danger? Actually, I don't think I have a negative danger. I think it was 0 to danger.
Found it.
Yes, 0 to danger. So, that is a 10 then.
Okay.
Straight up 10.
So, looks like you picked a good time to toss this. Because as the two of you turn your attention to Peter, you see him sort of, like, tensing up a little bit. And his arm, like, starts to unspool back out as he regenerates it. However, he's a little distracted at the moment. So, HK, what would you like to choose?
I would like to, I mean, obviously resist and avoid his blows. And then I think I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies. Which is just, hopefully him unconscious, but unless you want to let me take his consciousness from him, that's another option.
Not yet.
Okay, well then I will go with create an opportunity.
Okay. Well, with some precision timing between HK and Glory, you do successfully box him in with the tear gas grenade. And it just sort of turns into that same, like, white puff. Glory, you can physically feel as he starts, like, flailing against your constructs. And unlike a lot of other folks, you can feel that he's definitely got the power to maybe bust through this. Thankfully, however, he's currently panicking, it seems like, and is just sort of slashing wildly, so he's not focusing enough to, like, actually break through.
That's good.
Yeah.
But that does leave the two remaining adversaries here, Max Johnson and Peter Pecker, both distracted.
Bro, we can hear your pen clicking.
Also that.
Which one of us is that with all the ADHD over here?
I have hair ties to pull on.
I'm going back to my stress ball.
It wasn't me this time because I didn't have my pen within reach, but it could have been
also
me.
Have
I would
pens
have.
with caps.
I'm very much a clicker, and I just realized that I brought clicky pens downstairs. Which
I will.
shouldn't have done.
Sorry.
I don't fidget with the pens anymore because I fling them and then I can't find them.
Oh yeah, I
That's
also
why we
have
have
pens too.
the hair tie.
We need our fidgets. This is an ADHD coded channel. Everyone.
Hey, get your fidget toys or your stress balls.
Yeah.
Get your knitting projects.
Pencils
Yeah.
only.
Peter is in the box of gas, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then the other guy, am I close to him?
You can be.
You
The
gonna punch him
streets
in the
are
dick?
clearing out of other gang members, and he's...
I am gonna punch him in the
Good
dick.
It's the most logical
Roll
place
to
to
directly
punch.
engage.
Nobody told me I needed dice to play this game.
It's fitting
We
that
did, but
after
it's
this
been a
man
while.
is attacked by bees, it's Silver Phantom that attacks him afterwards.
He's still being attacked by bees.
Yeah, we're
I
not
am
beating
the
the bee
bees.
allegations.
Just for free, can HK be like taping this with her phone? Like,
Roll me d6.
My danger is 5. But I have some
2.
possible negatives.
You're juggling too many things. You can't manage
that's
it.
fine.
I am not afraid, so I don't have a negative. And I rolled a 12, so
Oh, shit.
15.
At some point, you guys are... I'm gonna have to send y'all, like, regulation dice for this game, because I'm sitting here like, y'all are succeeding so much.
I don't.
Not poor Thoth.
No.
It's part of his character development.
I have filled my track 5 times with failures.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I have actually filled
I'm on
my
my
track
fourth
3 times.
So
I think I filled mine 3 times, and I'm almost to my 4th.
I filled mine a fair amount. I don't know off the top of my
but
head.
yeah,
halfway to
15 to directly engage with this threat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Take
cool.
the options.
And to be fair, I'm not using Jenna dice. I'm using standard Chessex dice.
I can use my cheese die and the Chessex die.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
also on 5 tracks worth
I'm
of
just
failures at this
joking. I don't
point.
really care what dice you use, provided they're not like
I don't have
completely
Chessex dice
wonky.
down here.
No.
Oh wait, yeah, this looks like a Chessex.
I'm just sitting here like, at some point there will be a failure
Consequences.
I can capitalize on.
I failed so much when we were doing that one shot of
Oh,
dagger.
right. I would like to
Yeah, that's
resist
true.
and avoid blows because this man be flailing.
You also
A
don't want
lot.
to get just like dick slapped.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I really don't want to get dick slapped.
You do not
And
want to
I
dick to the
would.
face.
Can I take his consciousness from him?
Yes. His
If
brain
you
is
had
in his dick,
rolled-
clearly.
If you had rolled lower, I would have said no, but with a roll like that,
Yeah.
Flying axe.
describe how
kick
you beat the
to-
consciousness out of Max Johnson.
A flying axe kick to the dome. He's not a child, right? Before I do this.
No,
No,
he's
he's
about
okay, yeah.
both him and
Flying
Peter
axe
about your
kick
guys'
to the
age.
dome. Just going to descend from on high and then just jab my heel into the top of his
Like,
head.
Perfectly weaving through
I do a
the
cool flip.
flailing spaghetti mess of penis.
That
Just,
is a phrase
Not
that I
need that
never thought
visual.
that I would hear.
just perfectly throwing the kneel. Just, he looks up just in time to see the back of your boot just,
Clock him in the nose.
just
With a cool flip.
completely crushing his nose. And he
Nice.
just crumples like a bag of potatoes, just completely flat onto the floor.
Good.
Got him. Hit stuff.
Upon seeing that, Peter has
Trapped
started.
a box.
Yes, but he has realized that he is alone and is now going to try to break out of the box. Glory, if you could please roll to take a powerful blow.
Fair. Not using the Gen dice for that. Nope. I have no conditions, so that's a 3.
Yes.
Okay.
I usually
So-
do not pass those rolls.
So as I mentioned before, he does have the power to break through these constructs, so how do you stop him?
I'm not going to stop him. Because
No.
what I would like to do is take advantage of the opportunity HK rolled for in an earlier move, and I'd like to throw Max Johnson at his fucking face.
Nice.
I have to ask, by what appendage?
Legs.
Okay.
She could grab him by the dick, but that doesn't get enough leverage to throw him very well.
Hi,
Just
Boone. What are
asking.
you doing down here?
No, she's basically after SP knocks this guy out. She's basically like, "Thanks." Grabs his legs, and we're gonna swing around and yeet.
Projectile
Now,
friend.
unfortunately, his penis did not shrink after being knocked unconscious,
Yeah,
so
that's
that
fine.
does lead
Not my
to
problem.
an image.
I am counting on this penis also hitting Peter Pecker in the face.
Okay.
Get dick
Uh,
slapped.
Yeah. So, with a mighty hammer throw, Glory, you just grab Max by the feet and just huck him as Peter, like, focuses his fingers into, like, a drill shape and, like, busts through. And he's just got, like, this cocksure grin on his face as just, whap! Right in the head.
Dick in the face.
Unfortunately, not enough to knock him out. As
That's
he
funny,
quickly, like, forces Max down off his face as he stares daggers at you, winds back, and then promptly gets a skateboard to the dome.
I was gonna say, yeah.
As, turns out your construct, Glory, also makes for a pretty decent half pipe for a certain skateboard-themed hero. And he falls unconscious and crumples into, like, because he's, like, all stretched out, he, like, initially crumples into, like, literally just, like, a pile of flesh on the floor.
Yeah.
But
You look
you
like a
see,
scroll.
like, he slowly starts to retract back to his normal shape.
Shrinkage is a bitch.
As soon as they're both out, Glory is also checking on SP because she feels bad about having hurt him on accident.
It's fine. Walk it off.
You sure you're good?
Yeah, I'm good. Super good.
Okay.
Everybody okay? This is
Yeah,
Skater
do
Boy
you have
calling from
something
the
to
top
tie
of the
these
roof.
guys up that's gonna keep Peter Peckerhead over here from throwing knife dicks at us?
Yeah, that's probably a good
Could
idea.
tie Max up in his own equipment.
I've got these. He reaches into a pocket and pulls out some suppression cuffs.
Cool.
I know
HK
it-
will help him
I
cuff
know it doesn't do anything,
them.
but I'm gonna make the Maw's tongue just like slap both of these guys.
Just for insult to injury.
Before I just drop all my illusions.
Oh, I'm definitely keeping the wasps on both of these guys. They each get half.
They keep stinging them.
That's just mean.
Actually-
Both unconscious, jeez.
Actually, okay, I scratch
You
that.
wanted
I
wild
drop
rides, so.
most of my illusions, and then I'm gonna leave 2 scary-looking bodyguards at the entrance to Graffiti Paradise.
Yeah.
Okay. Watching all of this is Moonlighter, who just sort of like reaches up, taps a button on his collar, and that like shaggy fur on his arm just like immediately retracts back as it just sort of turns back to normal.
HK's absolutely never beating the furry allegations ever.
No, ever, ever.
As Skater Boy rolls up to him. Wasn't expecting you. Yeah, I was in the neighborhood. I'd shake your hand, but funny.
That's why I kicked him. I didn't want to touch him.
Oh, we're talking about
No, fair.
Moonlighter because he only has one hand.
I know. Oh, I thought it's
Fix
because he
Moonlighter?
punched one of the dick guys.
He did.
Yeah. See?
Ah,
See?
Yep.
I mean, not all of us can throw wasps at them. He sort of like looks over to Elytra.
I mean, true, but also they deserved it at this point.
Could have been scorpions, just saying.
I
gotta
didn't have
find
time
them
to.
first.
Or, you
Yeah.
know, that scene from The Mummy with all of the scarab beetles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could have been them.
Stop.
Oh no.
Do you think you could do like a chest burster from Alien?
Maybe.
Moonlighter's just like standing there, just like, what?
I can make it look
What
like
do
these
we
guys
do?
are swarmed by scarab beetles.
Should somebody call like enforcement to come get these out? You know what? I'll do it. HK just. Oh wait, I'm an adult. I'll go do that thing.
Are you like speeding away? Are you just like pulling out your
No,
phone?
she's
or-
just walking away and she's asking Tabs to send enforcement.
Glory's taking a picture of these 2 guys when they're out on the ground and handcuffed.
Oh yeah, put it on
Covered
the
in wasps.
Instagram.
Thoth will
That's
join
peace.
and like throw a peace sign.
Yeah. Group
Group photo.
picture.
Get
Get in
wrecked.
here, Dad, Moonlighter. Let's go.
Does it at some point show up somewhere later with like the Grand Theft Auto wasted sign over it?
Yes!
It's pretty good.
I love it.
Hey,
Skater
we gotta
Boy.
ruin their street cred.
Skater Boy immediately poses for the photo.
Yeah.
Moonlighter, upon realizing that you're taking a photo, takes his one hand and sort of like covers his
Oh.
face.
Should be like, you can get out of frame if you want.
Yeah,
Or I can cover your face with bugs. In front of your
That's-
face, not
that's
on your
so
face.
much worse. Why would you do that?
SP's covered in bees.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Not a bunch, but like in his front of
Uh,
his face.
Glory will point out where he needs to stand to be out of frame.
Thank you.
No problem. We
Sorry,
are
I
taking this
just-
ridiculous picture.
I don't do press.
Yeah, I don't either. Fair enough.
Understandable.
I have been given very little choice in doing press, but I don't know, I'm having fun with it. If you start more like ridiculous rumors
It's fun when we
about
do our
yourself,
own
then it just gets
press.
more and more unhinged.
Is
Like,
that why there's bees?
yeah. Yep. That is
Well,
why
that
there's-
and they're just very effective. But yes, that's initially why the bees started.
Also, bees are good for the environment.
They are.
I guess.
And they're cute.
They're so chonky. They don't make no damn sense.
Moonlighter
Yeah.
opens his mouth to say something and then just like,
Questioning what HK thinks is cute.
well, nice meeting you all.
I mean, we kind of
Me
met
too.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice meeting
Do
you.
you want? I don't know.
I mean, I saw you before, but
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
were eavesdropping on us before.
eavesdropping?
A little bit.
Do you work at Physiques? Like, what's the deal with that? That was weird.
Electra,
Part-time.
stop making eye contact right now.
Part-time. It's a long story. But sorry about eavesdropping. Comes with territory of being Arcadian.
Wahaha?
Everybody roll a d6.
Ooh.
You said words, but I didn't understand.
4.
6.
1.
6.
1.
Yeah, the boys.
The boys are like, dude,
Once again, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
no brain cells.
Okay, yes, the boys
No
have
thoughts,
no
just
clue
kidding.
what an Arcadian is. Elytra, you are fairly certain you have heard the term before somewhere in Tarot Town. You're not 100% certain where, but you're like, that rings a bell. Elytra and HK, you both specifically know what an Arcadian is.
Did you mean Glory
Yeah.
has heard it in Tarot
Yes.
Town?
Sorry.
The girl's trademark.
Yes, Glory has heard the term, can't really place it. Elytra and HK, the two of you, know what it is. And you probably heard about it, like, through the news, through some online posting about it somewhere. Maybe you even read some history books and learned about a previous Arcadian who was involved with Jukebox Justice. Arcadians is the intonym for werewolves.
Ah.
It's what they call themselves. Now, you don't necessarily know why they call themselves that. But
Interesting.
Oh.
basically, he's saying, sorry, comes with the territory, werewolf senses.
You really
Same,
like
but
that.
not Arcadian. Whatever. Anyways, HK just shakes. Okay. So is your job to like eavesdrop at Physiques or like I don't.
No,
I don't think we're allowed back there. Actually, now that
I
you
don't
mention
think we
it.
are. I am so sorry about what happened
He
at
hasn't-
Physiques.
banned you all, but I wouldn't recommend showing up for like another month or so.
Only a month? Wow.
I feel like we're gonna
Hey.
give it a little longer than a month after.
I mean,
that.
he's had worse happen.
Wait, is
That's
Really?
impressive.
That's impressive. That
sorry
One
about
guy flexed
that.
too hard and sent the whole building into another dimension, so
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
you know, right?
SP, you can flex into another dimension.
Yeah.
Shit, can you show me sometime?
Of course it can. Do you even lift her?
Oh, naughty.
Do you
I'm
even
gonna
flex
take it
into
to that
other
gun
dimensions,
show.
bro?
Flex into another dimension. That's great. Yeah.
So, I was bored. Sorry.
You were.
I mean, to be fair, you were
That's-
out of a job at the time
Blondie,
because you couldn't
no.
go into the gym.
Blondie,
So
no.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Plus, there's the whole thing with my parole and
Parole.
Yep.
it's a long story. But
Above the table. He's got like a ankle thing, right?
he has got a suppression collar, similar to the
Okay,
cuffs
so
that you
I
just
wasn't
put
I
on.
wasn't sure if he had both or it was just the collar.
No, it's just the collar. But yeah, similar to the suppression cuffs that you just put on Max and Peter. He's got a collar that he seems to have some level of control over. That's suppressing his abilities. Because once the fight was done, he pressed a button on it and the arm went back to normal.
For reasons, would Glory know anything about how those kinds of situations might work?
Possibly.
Secret glory lore.
You'd know that, well, ironically, super gang situations like this can occasionally resolve in a situation like Moonlighters. If someone has misused their abilities in the past, but makes it clear that they're interested in bettering themselves, they can sort of be put on as basically heroes on parole. They usually only do, like, part shifts or moonlight, as it were, as heroes.
Haha.
Mhm.
Funny.
I
Oh,
see what you did there.
you must have done something real bad if you didn't get first offenders. Whoops. HK's filter was like.
Yeah.
Hey, no judgment. I cut off a dude's hands.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was in the news a while ago. Pretty much,
I'm-
right?
New to the area.
You. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it was like. I don't know. A few months ago. Was it like 6 months ago? I don't know. I gotta do stuff and
I
things.
feel like Electra probably rattles off the date because she
Yeah, Electric
remembers.
remembers. HK's
Yes.
like, I don't know. Time's a weird soup.
She's like, I was in so much trouble when that happened.
Electra was like, no. Oh, shit.
But,
I mean, to be fair, he deserved it, so.
yeah, I should probably get back on patrol.
That's fair.
We appreciate your assistance.
Yeah, thanks.
You
Like
sort
a
of like,
lot.
thanks. He sort of finger guns at HK. Rescue again sometime?
Sure. You know where we'll be. She just like vaguely gestures across the street to the building next to Graffiti Park.
I mean, you could also just come hang out and use the skate park. That is an option.
Yeah, you don't have
We'll
to
also be
specifically
here.
swing by to rescue anybody.
Yeah, you are welcome to just chill.
Leave tea
Thanks.
I
I
promise
will-
to keep the bugs away.
and snacks.
Maybe I will sometime, but I think I need to clear that first.
There.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
And he, like, crouches a little bit and then just, like, jumps up onto a roof.
I wish I could jump like that.
When he's well out of earshot, Thoth is gonna say, he's a kept man, isn't he?
I don't,
Acts like it.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Gator Boy, well, he is on parole.
He's on parole, not necessarily a kept man.
He's kept by parole.
Kept
By the
law,
state of
anyway.
California? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Not the state of California. I recognize that design. That's government issue.
Uh-oh.
Feds?
Ooh.
Contrary
State,
to
not
popular
a
belief, the state
government?
of California is a government.
Is it a government?
What?
By some miracle, it still is.
What? I thought we were ungovernable.
No, we're ungovernable.
Oh, shit. Okay, you're right.
We don't represent the entire
State
state.
of California, not so
unfortunately.
much.
Yet. We don't represent the entire state yet.
Oh my gosh, you getting those little
run,
head
bro.
scratches?
Can any of us even reasonably argue that we would ever at this point?
I don't think HK could.
Eventually,
a
probably
happy
not too long after Moonlighter takes off, y'all hear the distinctive sirens of NTAC
Uh-huh.
as a recovery vehicle rolls up, and two NTAC officers get out. One of them older, salt and pepper. The other one younger. The younger one immediately comes up and secures the scene, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Max and Peter are still unconscious in a heap on the floor.
As they should
Covered
be.
in wasps.
HK just says you might want gloves for reasons.
Skater Boy, who had sort of been tending to them, sort of sits up with a fingerprint scanner in his hand. Looks like we have Simon Hennessy and
Those weren't their real names.
Bob White.
Bob White.
Bob White.
I can
Which
see why
one's
you went with the
which?
names you did, boys.
They have the rap sheet.
Well,
I do.
let's see here.
They're about to.
Bob, that is Peter, as clean as a whistle. Oh,
I wouldn't call him that clean, but yeah.
Boon.
Simon has got a record. Lots of indecent exposures. Can't
Ew.
imagine why.
Ew.
Oh, he's part of the Hennessy Daniels family.
Mm.
They're some of the bankers.
Yes.
That would explain why he hasn't been to jail yet.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I'll see if we can't make it stick this time, huh?
Please.
Yeah, we could at least spread it around that he's got rich mommy and daddy with the kids. He's not one of them.
Did I just see spam?
That way he can't come back.
Definitely going to be throwing that out there in the debrief tomorrow. One of the officers, speaking of debrief, we do need to take all of your statements as per procedure.
Uh-huh.
The older officer, son, we do not need to take all of their statements. The handbook says that we take a statement from every hero present at the scene.
Oh my god.
It's his first week.
You'll do
Just
great.
Happens.
We just need to talk to the main one.
Which one's the main one?
He points his hand at Skater Boy.
Huh.
I was gonna volunteer
territory.
HK because she has.
I was
media
about to
training,
say,
but
Elytra probably has a
Yeah,
statement
everyone just
prepared
steps
at this
back and
point.
HK is just like, what?
Elytra has a statement. It's fine.
Yeah, Elytra knows this. Elytra has a statement. She'll take it.
All right. Well, some of you may give statements, some not. From the discussions you have, a reoccurring question of where's the rest of the gang comes up a lot.
They ran.
They ran away.
Scattered.
We're only so many people.
They're scattered. They were
They were just kids.
kids, and we wanted to limit the
Collateral damage.
collateral damage and
To
potential
minors.
injuries.
New officer. Well, kids or not, they still broke the law. Would you be able to recognize them out of a lineup?
No.
I had my eyes
the
closed.
Older
was
officer,
covered.
Sonny, no. Leave the kids out of this.
They were all wearing bandanas.
All of them?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, all of them. Now lose it.
That's like what gangs do.
Identical.
Bandana.
I know you're
t-shirts.
new, but like this is good information. That's what gangs do. They were.
I had my eyes closed while I was fighting him, so I couldn't tell you what they looked like.
That's true. He's
He
really
was a
actually
little more
a,
focused on
no,
the
the-
potential lethality of these other
The
two.
bees, the eyes, the bee eyes were out fighting.
Yeah, the bee eyes
The
were
bees
on.
flew off.
Yeah.
Oh no, Blondie, you're falling. Why are you sitting like this?
I'm half blind in one eye and all the way blind in the other.
Okay, just
I didn't
don't
see
fall.
nothing.
Right.
Taking a picture.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I'm not laughing at you, I promise.
you should probably have a plainclothes
Thank you.
officer out here. Skater boy immediately holds out a hand. No officers. I'll take care of things.
I live right there. It's fine. I can watch stuff.
Oh, it's blurry.
New officer looks at old officer. Old officer just stares at him. I guess we don't need to follow the rules.
Rules are for chumps.
Sometimes you gotta go off script.
I'll get
Still
these
let
two
Mom
locked
hear
up.
You say it.
If we need any of your testimonies on the stand, we'll let you know, but seems pretty open and shut.
Got our legs out. What's wrong with you?
And with that, they'll take some anti-gravity devices, slap them on the backs of these two, and haul them into the van.
Okay.
As soon as they're, like, past the curve, Skater Boy, like, leans on his board a little bit. I think I'm going to go home and get some sleep.
You
Sounds like a good
should
idea.
do that.
Thank you, all
You're
of you.
welcome.
No sweat.
Still not entirely convinced I couldn't have handled this on my own, but I appreciate
There's
it.
a lot of kids.
There were a
kids.
lot of kids.
Lots of moving pieces.
Plus, I was already involved. You weren't going to get rid of me.
Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah.
he does have a wave.
And then
You
once
probably would have
HK
had to
got
touch more dick
involved,
otherwise.
the
and those
rest of
guys don't
us-
seem too clean.
yeah.
Sometimes the villain ain't really evil, sometimes they're just gross.
Ew. So true.
So very true.
Well, okay. Tell Mom I love her. Tell Neko I love her. Tell Grandma I love her.
Of course.
I'll come by Sunday for dinner or whatever.
Are you sleeping here tonight?
Yeah,
You
I
genuinely
absolutely
looks
am.
a touch disappointed.
Aw,
Alright,
this is my new place.
I guess.
Are you worried?
Blondie, ow, your tiny dagger paws.
Sweetheart, of course I'm worried I'm your dad.
Don't worry. I've got a secret weapon. HK just pats her katana.
It's not really a
That's how much of a
secret.
secret that is.
No, it's a terribly good
I don't think most
No.
secrets are sparkly and covered in pink paint. Just saying.
That's valid. It's valid. It's okay.
The secret is that people underestimate
We'll be
what they can
fine. We'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Alright. See you Sunday then.
Yep.
He
See
sort
you
of
Sunday.
reaches over and like ruffles your hair.
She'll like give him a hug.
He'll hug you back. Alright. You might want to stand back for this one. Sort of motions for all of you to like step aside a little bit as he kicks the side of his board and a pair of little rocket thrusters pop out the top of it.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
And with a push and a blast, Skater Boy is off. Now, I assume you all are headed home for the evening, or are you staying at the manor, or what are we doing?
I mean, HK has given them each a key. She has her own apartment, like, upstairs.
I mean, assuming HK doesn't need help setting stuff up, Elytra will probably.
I mean,
head
she
home.
will ask them at a decent hour if they want to come and help her, set
The
stuff
next
up.
day type of thing.
Particularly Glory can lift heavy stuff, and HK can do stuff real fast. She thinks that they would
Entirely
get
fair.
things done pretty fast.
Mhm.
But like everybody's welcome to come help, and I have some ideas for fundraising. I was thinking of throwing a paint party because we need to paint the walls, and I think glow paint would be pretty sick. Also,
First things first, I'm gonna wash my hands because that was disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. If you want to use the bathroom,
Yeah.
the manor, you can.
That's why I threw bees.
Yeah.
I just
I saw
traumatized
an
a bunch of
opportunity
kids.
to hit a guy in the face with a giant dick, and I took it.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
also
that's
fair.
valid.
That is a valid
Often you
choice.
get the chance.
That's valid. I appreciate all your help on this too. I know it's not our normal neighborhood to be patrolling in and whatever.
Well,
I mean, it's about to be, though.
Kinda, yeah.
the job is helping people, isn't it? Doesn't
Yeah.
really matter who those people are. Mostly.
And everybody is entitled to help.
There's some people I won't help.
Well, that's fair. I mean,
That's fair.
regardless of
Mostly
their
billionaires.
class, not maybe their character might be a different story. But I appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody wants to come over and just drink root beer and eat snacks and wash hands and whatever, they're welcome to do that. If not,
Yes.
that's fine too.
I mean, I'll above the table. Thoth would probably hang out a little bit, but he wouldn't spend the night or anything since that still
Yeah.
feels like HK space. So
Mm-hmm.
do like a post mission hangout, and then he'll go
Yeah.
home.
Decompress
Well,
a
HK's
bit.
eventually gonna offer or see if you guys each want your own like room in like the manor part, like for space, or if you just want like crash rooms that anybody can take whatever one.
I mean, it's
Fire
probably a good
station.
idea for convenience in case there's a long
Barracks
mission.
type situation.
Well, she's like, I was gonna have rooms either way, but like if you want your
Yeah.
own like designated rooms, that's fine too. Whatever works. I don't mind. I'm used to living with a bunch of people that are in my space all the time.
Your space
We
and
have
in
our
your
own
business.
places.
And in my business.
Yeah.
Especially in my business.
Once Glory's away from everybody, SP's going to go track her down.
Ooh.
We're not
building.
having 60
Closer.
episodes of long burn. Slow burn. Not doing
Okay.
that. Never
Captain
again.
just jumped on the desk and headbutted my water bottle with his face.
He's excited about this.
He's
Granted, around you.
thirsty.
It,
Captain's our biggest fan.
Yeah.
clearly.
All right.
But-
We'll say probably the earliest instance of Glory perhaps being isolated is Glory washing her hands. Because this was originally like industrial space. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
imagining that like there's the main entrance and then the bathrooms are like way ways away on the other side of the building.
Yeah, that tracks. She's
So if you-
using a very liberal amount of soap.
What day of the week is it?
It is Friday,
Okay.
I believe. Let me double check.
Yeah, I think so, because isn't the bulletproof combo Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Did I just do this by complete accident?
Friday the 13th?
It's Friday the 13th.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
That was with the boxes and the tear gas. That was pretty exciting.
Seems effective. She's getting... If there's paper towels, she's using those. If there's an air dryer, she's using that.
There's a paper towel roll. It does not yet have a holder.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
It's just sitting on the counter.
Yeah. Gloria's seen worse. She's takes them off, dry her hands off. Seems effective. I mean, you know, I'm glad the tear gas at least did something. Was not expecting that level of durability from those chuckle fucks, but
Yeah.
you never know. That was a nice kick you did.
Thanks.
Knocked him right out.
Did you see the flip I did?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
that was cool. Sorry again for knocking into you.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it happens. We get kind of thrown all over the place. I get thrown around a lot, actually.
You do.
It's fine.
Sometimes you worry me.
This poor boy is so reckless. What are you doing Sunday?
Don't currently have plans.
Well, before we go patrol, do you want to go get something to eat in like a date type fashion? Not just a regular let's go get food before we go patrol type fashion?
Lori's turned to blue screen. She's like,
He said it. He
Um,
said it.
He said the words.
sure.
Cool.
Wasn't entirely sure you were planning to follow up on what you said at the gala after the whole thing at the hospital.
I mean, it's a lot, but like, I get it.
You sure you're good with the kind of dying thing?
I mean, we're all
Unless we
kind of
find a way to
dying.
fix that. Some at faster paces than others.
Yeah, I mean, that's all right. Doesn't mean you can't have fun for the next however long you have.
Fair enough. Sure, though.
Cool.
I'd be happy to.
Nice. Me too. That's why I asked.
I would hope so. Dude.
He's gonna vacate the space.
Why am I just imagining like
Does he bump into the door? from on the
Elytra
way out?
listening through a cockroach
Yeah,
in the corner,
like
just being
walk
like,
into the wall.
Oh, you see HK, like, little fox ears have, like, protruded from,
The
like,
bugs have
spectral
radar
ones, and
now.
they're,
If
like,
Glory
turning
sees
back.
a
Like,
cockroach, she's crushing it immediately.
No, Elytra's not listening, but I think if there's
cat
any
ears.
body language, she'll pick up on it later.
He had.
He's
after
still
he heads out,
mostly
Glory
kind of
is, like,
covered, so
bright
you can't see
red.
how
She's
red
like-
his face is.
The fact that if Glory's bright red, Elytra will know something.
She's not going out
happened.
till she's not.
He will walk into the door on his way out and come back red, but you can't really tell because he's got the mask on.
it's amazing.
Wait, does he knock at the bathroom door, or does he knock to the door like those who
At any door, it doesn't
He's just
matter.
like,
Every
whatever
door.
door is there.
For
he just-
comedic
question
effect,
is
he
more, does
walks into
Glory
a
see it?
door. I don't know. Maybe
it was a pull door, not a push.
that happens. You hunting the bug bone?
HK is
Elytra
gonna be
eavesdropping
tracking down
on?
Glory, and then like she'll be like, I notice a disturbance in the forest, so she like gives it space, and then hears SP run.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Ding.
Elytra probably hears SP hit a door through a bug, and then it's like, oh, okay.
What
Someone
has he
did
done
something.
now?
All is fine now.
Bo
It's
has
fine
no
now.
idea what's going on because he
He's
doesn't
just
have
hanging
these.
out.
He doesn't have these supernatural abilities.
The sense emotions.
Not this man.
I
Nope,
am not.
those.
I do not
Those are totally natural.
invade my teammates' privacy.
He would never use his
Only
hentai powers on his
Sebastian.
friend.
I would never violate their privacy with my tentacles.
What?
I mean, to be fair, I
What?
wasn't trying to invade privacy. It was just, I'm pretty sure my bug heard the
Somebody
door
walk into a
hit.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Glory.
HK was like, look here, like, and then was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. She doesn't know what's going on. She just knows the vibes. The vibes are, that's private. I gotta go.
The vibes are now right, and
I'll
Elytra's
circle
like, it's
back when
okay.
the vibes change. Yeah, so then HK will just be like, well, are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I didn't know that was a pull door.
Yeah,
I thought it was
no,
a push door.
it's fine.
That makes sense. The hinges are on the other side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. It happens.
Do we need to get a sign?
No, it's
Maybe.
fine.
It's an easy
It's fine.
mistake. It might be a good idea to get a sign.
Is it an easy mistake?
For all of
Is
us,
the door
yeah.
designed
We don't know where
badly?
our fucking brain cell went.
One of the doors at my real life doctor's office is like that, and I fuck it up every time. It's right in front of the desk every
There's a
time.
corner store where I live that switched the direction of the handle when they attached it to the door.
No.
So I
No.
always push the wrong side.
Oh no. So HK's gonna find Glory, and she's gonna be like, Glory, I have a favor to ask you.
I'm gonna roll a dice for whether she gets there before or after Gloria's stopped blushing.
Oh yeah.
Just sitting there
even-
washing your hands for 20 minutes.
I don't think it took 20 minutes, but
Splashing her face with water.
that's a 2, so I think she manages to get things under control before HK
Okay.
shows up. She probably
Even if
catch
you
her
were
as she's
still
walking out of
blushing,
the
HK
bathroom.
would not say shit. No, she'll knock before. She's not just gonna like barge in on her. She's
Yeah, I think Gloria's probably finishing up at that point, so watching out.
she just
Sure. What's the favor?
So tomorrow I scheduled to meet Bulletproof to have a hard discussion, and I would feel safer if you were nearby that discussion, so that
Yeah,
if
fine
he
with me.
loses his shit, there's somebody who's we don't know that you're who's stronger or whatever, but like you're also really strong, and like I can't break his grip. I can't katana his grip off me, I don't think.
I mean, you can probably outrun him, but if you want backup, I can be there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not concerned about outrunning him. You're correct. And I will try to be mindful, but if he like sneaks up on me like at the gala, it's
I'll keep
Things
an
are
eye out for
dicey.
anything that might go wrong.
yeah. If we're gonna be at the Museum of Natural History, so if you could just be nearby.
Sure.
In
I love
case.
museums.
And maybe I'll have Electra put a bug on me just in case I need to scream for help.
The monitoring probably wouldn't go in this.
Yeah. I'm hoping that it goes fine. I'm gonna try to be delicate and also clear and direct, but I don't know.
Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, it's gonna be awkward either way, but I think I just gotta like have the conversation because he doesn't take hints.
No. For what it's worth, I'm proud of you for confronting it directly. No matter how it goes.
Yeah. Yep. I think that if I don't, my life is going to continue to be very, very complicated.
That makes sense.
I think that I can only run from this one so much.
I feel that.
Sucks.
A little bit.
My natural reaction is to run.
Well, you're good at it.
I am good at it.
Just be clear. And if he can't take being clearly told, then we have other options.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No
I
problem.
hate putting anybody in this position, but it's
Well, we're friends, aren't we?
of course we are.
Friends help each other.
Absolutely. I appreciate it though.
No problem. How are you doing after all that with your dad?
Pretty good, I guess. I don't know. I feel a little guilty that he seemed like he wanted me to go home. He's been gone a lot, lately.
I mean, did the two of you ever, like, hang out? Is that a thing you do?
Yeah.
Could maybe, like, schedule a day or something, since you haven't seen him lately.
He's at the skate park a fair amount, so.
Sometimes having a scheduled thing can put a mind at rest if someone's worried about someone else.
That's fair.
Or just wants to see them.
Yeah.
Up to you, though.
That's a good idea, though. Just having a designated day.
Glory. As the two of you are talking, you swear you see something move out of the corner of your eye through the window at the back of the bathroom.
You see Glory kind of freeze and look.
HK will
Assume
also.
She doesn't see anything there now.
Nope.
Thought I saw something, but there's nothing there now. Could be nerves, could be somebody watching. What kind of security do you have set up here, if at all?
Not a whole lot yet. I was going to talk to Tabs about getting something installed.
You should probably do that ASAP, even if that was nothing. You never know.
It's fair. HK will message Tabs.
Order received.
Apparently Tabs is on it.
I don't have high hopes for this, but could I attempt and assess the situation?
You can try. I'll let you know right now. There's not really anything to find.
Fair enough then.
SP, where are you at right now?
Dying quietly in a corner. He's probably on a couch with Thoth, sharing snacks.
Boys talk.
They're making a slinky ceiling.
I mean, maybe if there's slinkies there.
We're planning out the boys' night wheel.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
well,
Thoth needs
Elytra
hobbies.
is probably nearby making a notebook of things that need to be added to Boys Night as safety precautions in case Boys Night wheel goes
Fire.
Well,
wrong.
first it's the hobby
extinguishers.
wheel,
Yeah.
and then it goes off the rails.
Yeah. The first one is relatively tame. You know,
Yeah, because
like,
Thoth needs hobbies outside of work and heroing.
That does not mean that there does not need to be safety precautions.
Sunscreen gets listed a lot.
Just for my own reference here in regards to Boys Night, is this stuff that you guys intend to do like while you're on patrol together, or is this just when the two of you are off?
oh, this is just
Yes.
fucking around. Oh, I was gonna say fucking around off patrol. But sure.
If
Side
there's an
quests.
opportunity to explore a hobby while we're on patrol, we might as well try it.
I believe the intent was also that this happens when Glory and HK are scheduled to patrol, since they're not around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna say.
definitely when Glory and HK are patrolling, so this is an off time thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
No love
Just-
interests.
Just wanted to be clear here. Well, SP, as the two of you are sort of writing things onto what I can only imagine is just like a piece of styrofoam you found in like one of the piles in this room, because it's still not fully cleaned out yet.
Mhm.
Like, this place is not ready for you to move into, HK. It's like still kind of a mess.
Yep.
You spot something through one of the skylights above you.
SP
It's
does?
just like this. Yes, it's just like this dark, small shape. The glass is a little too mussed up to really get a fix on what it is.
Okay,
it's
but
just
what
kinda
if the
sitting
surfboard
there.
has rockets?
How do we get to the roof? There's someone on the roof,
Oh, upstairs.
and he's just gonna go.
I feel like Elytra's out the door flying off to the roof. If that's the case.
Are HK
I
and
can't
Glory back in
fly.
the main room at this point?
I
Or are
assumed
they still
that
somewhere?
SP
Yeah,
asked that as
sure.
he was like running through the thing, and
Okay,
like
Yeah.
Yeah, he
HK
would.
pointed towards the stairs, and then is like,
Where
"Well,
y-
let's follow him."
Glory's following him, certainly.
Yeah.
Okay. As you all, in various ways, burst under the roof. You don't see anything at first. And then a single hand raises over an aircon unit as Moonlighter sort of sidles out from hiding behind it.
You could just knock on the
You
front
have
door.
control to
Have
get
a
to-
door,
Sorry.
bro.
Thoth, I think you need to have another conversation with somebody.
All right, we're gonna talk about boundaries. I need a whiteboard
And a surfboard.
and a surfboard.
HK just hands him
A
cardboard
larger
that
piece
she
of
finds.
styrofoam is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now I need a marker.
HK hands
Elytra
you
has
a
one.
glitter marker, a
Yes.
pink glitter marker.
I was making notes.
All right, pull the cap off the marker and draw a circle on one side. And it's like, this is, I guess we'll go with HK's boundaries, but kind of the team boundaries. This is our boundaries. And you, and I'll draw a little stick figure of Moonlighter with an arrow that's like piercing through the circle. You are going like straight through those boundaries without communicating your intent. And I'll draw an X through the arrow. That's a big no-no.
Looking
Hey,
through
well-
people's windows tends to make heroes and most normal people jumpy.
Huh?
Yeah.
I
Electric
just
kite.
set up a lawn chair, and
On the-
he sort of like
on the
moves back
roof?
a little bit, and you can see that he has in fact set up a lawn chair and has like well, basically one of these, like in the cup holder.
Two
Yeah,
questions. First, were you skulking around the windows downstairs, or do I have to worry about something else out here?
Yeah, is there something else out here?
I'm gonna take that expression as a no. There's
Oh,
somebody
God.
skulking around the windows down here, so keep an eye out for that.
Elytra
Second, why do you
immediately
have a lawn
sends
chair up here?
out mosquitoes to try and find any trace of like body heat or anything like that.
Okay.
Third question,
uh,
why?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a front door. You could just knock. And
Yeah,
see
you
if
could have
wanted to
knocked.
Hang out on the property.
Just give me a second here. First of all, there is nobody else here. Because, second of all, listen, don't tell Physique, but this is how I do patrols. With my
You-
senses, I can just sit in one spot and wait.
Oh.
And you chose
Oh.
the roof here because I slapped the cardboard. Boundaries.
I'd like to pierce the
How
mask on this.
senses? How do senses? Your sense? You just hear
Very
things.
Specific rooftop.
You just hear things
Yeah,
wherever
I
you
also want to pierce
Do
the
you hear through
mask.
concrete? How many feet of concrete are we on top of right now?
Honestly, not that much. This building is pretty open.
Sick.
Memory
Oh,
gains
I'm not-
0, but I rolled a 10.
Nice.
Okay.
I rolled a 5, so I will take that potential though.
Glory, I do believe you get to ask 3.
What are you really planning?
Well, there is a good point raised that he did not have to choose this building. In fact, probably shouldn't have, given how close it was to some pre-existing action.
Mm-hmm.
But he did specifically intervene when HK was in danger. And now, every once in a while, he keeps on, like, he glances at all of you, but he lingers a little longer on her. So if you had to take a guess, what he was planning was to talk with HK.
Okay. I'm assuming that would also probably not much of a point in what do you intend to do at that point.
You could try to extrapolate more on what he intended to talk about if you want to.
Sure, why not?
You don't know specifics. You ain't a mind reader.
Not this time.
But you were just looking at your face in the mirror and at SP's face.
Oh.
Moonlinder's
Okay.
face is not super dissimilar.
Okay. This is a bit of a broad one, so feel free to veto. But how can I get your character to be careful about respecting HK's boundaries?
You've pretty effectively done that by storming the roof when he thought he was completely undetected up here.
Okay.
Look, she's not just got
Clary's,
overprotective parents. She also has an overprotective team.
Protective friends. Glory's filing all this information away, like, interesting. She's not going to do anything about it until she can suss out what HK's feelings about all this are.
Listen, I'm probably going to be in the area a lot. So I figured I should probably, coordinate with other heroes in the area. It's like a smart thing to do, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
smarter to do that by knocking on the door.
Yeah. Honestly, you seem like a normie. I thought Kane was bad, but like,
Wait,
oh
what did
God.
Kane do?
What did Kane do?
You know about the magical
was-
stalking.
The stalking.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
stalking.
To be fair, you told me I could stop by.
What do you
We
There's
meant to
generally
hang
a
out
say
and not
hello
run the
implied
door.
in that.
Next time
just
you could
kinda
just use the
chill.
front door.
Okay, but circling back to what you said before, there is nobody else out here.
Nobody
Great, I'm
else
hallucinating.
detectable by
Can you
your
detect
senses.
ghosts?
Yes.
Oh
Because
man.
I know my
Boundaries
buds
of your
can't detect
abilities.
ghosts right now. So there might be
Right now.
things
I
I'm
like that you
sorry,
said
can
right
I
now.
detect ghosts?
Are we dealing with more magical ghosts?
We live in San Sebastian. It's a legitimate
Anything's
It
possible.
is a legitimate
Yeah.
question.
We
Ooh,
literally
I'm
got
gonna
rid of a
have
cyber
to-
ghost.
I know at least
in
one
your
of us
gym.
who's haunted, so not. I mean, not like
There is that thing
in the
about like.
group.
Yeah,
but,
no,
I know
we don't
somebody.
need to. Yeah, we don't need to talk about why people are haunted here.
I mean, there is that thing
How
about
about-
like cats and dogs being able to sense ghosts. So is it really that far out of the question?
I think that might just be staring at things that humans can't pick up, like dust.
So people claim.
dimensional shifts.
How about this?
Get me someone who can talk to
Are
animals.
there blind spots in your sensory abilities that could account for someone out here with the possibility of going beneath your nose? Considering the vast array of powers that exist in the world.
Shit.
It's also a question I think that's important to consider if you are heroing.
I guess.
If you don't know your own weaknesses, that leaves them open for people to exploit without you knowing.
It's turned into a weird night.
Welcome to us.
We just
Yeah.
got a dick gang.
That's
How
the
much
next
weirder?
For example, like a ghost can appear from beneath you and come up through the floor
That
where
can
no
happen.
one else can access.
God, she jump scared me so badly.
She jump scared
Technically a
you.
ghost.
She
I
is.
think
She came up through the floor like a
she's-
ghost.
She's
she's
so sweet,
something,
but so
but
creepy.
Yeah, she really needs
She's
to think
working
about
on
that.
Sweet, but so creepy.
That's why I'm getting ghost.
Also,
Moth.
boundaries talk for her. Put that on the list. We need that
I
on the
will.
list.
We will
boundaries
have
talk.
that talk
Okay.
with her as well. But
If somebody's a robot, I guess I might not necessarily be able to. Well, no, I'd be able to hear them. If somebody's dead, no, I'd be able to smell them.
What about like
incorporeal.
Depends on the
Ghost.
kind.
No,
I
I've never
suppose.
met a ghost before.
what about
Oh. I mean, you sort of
Like
did
soda.
What
at physique.
Yeah, I sort of
What
did.
about other
What do
magical
you think that
entities and or ancient divinity type shit? Do we need to work like can you sense all of that range of spectrum?
Can you smell a
Hold on.
god?
I'm just
Randy.
saying there's a lot of weird shit that involves gods that could or could not be a problem.
There's gods,
true.
there's demons.
And could actually
Listen, if
sneak
this is
around
about
shit.
me just hanging out on the roof, I'm sorry, I will just go.
No, this is not about you.
No.
It's
I
fine.
thought I
on the
saw
roof.
something in one of the windows earlier, and if you say there's nobody out here, that's concerning.
And SP also said he saw something, which is why I flew up. So
I mean, to be
think-
fair, I could have seen Moonlighter on the roof.
That was, I think,
I-
that's what SP saw.
no, didn't it? Wasn't it a dark small shape?
Like a hand?
He was the hand.
But the shape that SP saw.
It wasn't necessarily a hand shape, it was just kind of a small black blob.
Mm.
Small black. What small black blobs do we know?
I don't think we know any small black
No, we
blobs.
don't know any small black blobs.
You have a cat?
I'm just worried about people.
I
who
do not have a cat.
You know who has cats? Witches.
The coven.
Oh,
Does your sister have a cat?
No. No. No?
Your whole family are like cats, though.
Not quite.
I think we're getting a little off topic.
HK. As this conversation is going on, you hear something. Very faint.
She just kind of like cocks her head a little bit. Not quite like a dog. a little bit
ears.
different.
It sounds like a fox.
What does the fox say?
You do not know what the fox says.
She's gonna like zoom over to like where she heard it.
Okay.
I really messed this up, didn't I?
Putting a pin in that.
HK?
HK, what did
Details?
you just? Yeah.
HK, as you zip over, you find yourself at the edge of the building that has the alleyway between your place and Graffiti Paradise. You sort of look around, you don't see anything. And then you hear it again. And you look down,
Mm-hmm.
and below you, seated pretty perfectly in the middle of the alleyway, is a pure black fox, looking directly up at you.
I'll be right back. And then she just zooms down the stairs, like out the side of the door
Okay.
to the
For
alleyway.
reference,
Okay.
none of you heard this elsewise.
Not even Mr. Werewolf Extended Senses.
And my bugs aren't picking up this
Okay.
body either.
Oh, okay. She's maybe she'll be back.
When Moonlighter says, I messed this up, didn't I? They'll just be like, man, look, first impressions aren't everything, but we just gotta work on respecting the boundaries.
Elytra definitely picked up the I messed this up, or I definitely messed this up, didn't I? And she's like, interesting, but I want to make sure my teammate doesn't die first.
Okay. So, important question here. Who is following HK?
I think
Did she zoom off at super speed?
Elytra has bugs out, so like where as long as she doesn't run too far, she's pretty confident that she can pick up if HK runs into issues.
Okay. In that case, you're probably observing half of what comes next here, Elytra.
Lovely.
HK.
Mm-hmm.
As you zip down to the alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
you turn the corner, and the fox is still there, still staring directly at you.
She's gonna approach cautiously.
Doesn't really move, just watches you.
She's gonna offer the fox a snack from her pocket.
Its eyes never leave yours. Doesn't even seem to consider the snack. It stands up and walks towards the mural on the side of your building,
Mm-hmm.
and then walks into the wall, just disappearing into the shadows.
HK's gonna follow it.
Elytra, you're a witness as HK stops in the middle of this alleyway for seemingly no reason, holds out a piece of food to nothing, looks at a wall, walks towards it, and you watch as she vanishes into shadow.
Can I get a bug on HK before she vanishes?
You try, but it just plinks off the side of the building.
This is when Elytra says fuck.
What?
What?
I lost HK. She walked into a fucking built wall of the building downstairs.
What?
Where?
What?
What?
Elytra will immediately like say follow me and like shoots off towards
Yeah, Gloria's
the
solid.
alleyway.
Yep.
And as you all rush to where HK vanished to, I think we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Ooh.
Drama.
Tense.
We'll be back here in 10.
Woo. Okay. All
I
right.
do not blame you.
We're back.
That being said,
We're
not
back!
necessarily preclude you from joining perhaps one of my family gatherings, because I'm certain my family would graciously accept any company.
Yeah,
We're all
I used
just
to say
gonna
you want to come
crash
to
your
Christmas.
Christmas, Samir.
I do often visit a friend in California for Christmas when we can both swing that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's good though. It's good to have a nice like
It's good
If
to
you
have
want
a
to decorate an alligator as a Christmas tree, though, hit me up.
I like to just eat Chinese
I-
food on Christmas.
I suspect not,
watching
but I
football
really
for
hope you mean that
Christmas.
literally because that mental image is fantastic.
Yeah.
I do
Alligator
know
in
of
a
at least,
Santa hat.
I do know of at
Yes!
least one alligator
Stringlets.
statue that gets
It's
dressed up
the
as Santa
Doomba
for
with the
Christmas.
Santa hat.
But we are back, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
hello.
Please enjoy our free range chaos. That was
Yeah.
just our free range chaos. That's how weird we are all the time, guys.
Well, as everyone is rushing to the site of HK's sudden disappearance,
Mhm.
HK. It's a very strange sensation what hits you.
Huh?
It, in a weird way, reminds you of when you are going fast, but you know you actually haven't moved? Question mark? There's a sensation of transit without movement, of travel without motion, if that makes any sense.
It's weird for HK, for sure.
It's also pitch black.
Pitch black. Okay.
But then, you realize you're waking up.
I'm what? Did you just say
Wait.
waking up?
Yes.
Did I fall
On-
asleep?
On grass.
On grass. She is going to run her hands across the grass.
It's soft, slightly damp.
Okay.
You
And
can
she's gonna-
hear bugs and frogs.
At least Electra still got eyes on me, I guess.
Not bad on that one.
This is what HK's thinking. At least Electra still got eyes on me. And then she's gonna look around and sit up, I guess.
As you lift your head, you realize that you are definitely not where you were.
I am not in Kansas anymore. I mean,
As
California, whatever.
as far as you can tell, you are on an island in what appears to be an impossibly huge lake. To the point that
Whoa.
you can see, like, the vague mention of trees on the horizon, but the mist and, like, the night sky above you erases all detail of the distance. And it is night. Misty, but very peaceful night. The fireflies float above the water. You can even see a couple frogs on lily pads. Directly behind you is a massive torii gate, which, for those who don't know, are the large red gates used in Shintoism.
Mhm. Okay.
And in front of you are a small collection of buildings, all centered around a sort of courtyard. There's no worked stone creating like a proper space in the middle of it, just naturally hewn pathways from what seems like people walking.
Well, HK's gonna follow the yellow brick road, so to speak. We're back to Wizard of Oz metaphors.
As you approach sort of this like central crossroad,
Mhm.
you realize that it seems like everything is roughly laid out along the four like axial directions.
Mhm.
To the south is the aforementioned torii gate.
Mhm.
In front of you, to the north, is a large, what you would recognize as a shrine building.
Hmm.
You can see wisps of incense slowly floating out of the corners of the windows. To your right, to the east, there appears to be a combination of a small hut and what looks like a long abandoned garden, with a combination of dried dead plants and a few weeds sprouting up.
She's gonna head into the temple.
Well, let me describe what is to
Mm.
your west first.
That's fine.
To your west is a larger, longer building. Resembles some sort of like meeting hall, maybe, that you've seen from some pictures of temples in Japan, like more of a general space for
Mhm.
priests, perhaps. But of course, you have never seen any sort of shrine like this. When you've visited Japan, in the pictures you've seen,
Mhm.
even in San Sebastián, you do not recognize a place like this. Are you still headed towards the shrine?
Just stops and goes, "Did I drink blue and forget?" And then she just goes into the temple.
Alright. As you walk towards the temple, details become more clear. Lining the path to the temple are small fox-shaped statues, each of them decorated with a bright red bib, which you would recognize as basically miniature shrines to Inari, the god, or sometimes goddess, of foxes.
Hmm.
And, well, according to your family's history, y'all's progenitor. And the Inari symbolism is plastered all over the outside of the shrine.
Here comes the expectations.
Reliefs depicting various stories of theirs, more fox carvings, and even some statues of Kitsune.
She's gonna enter. Oh, go ahead.
As you walk into the temple, you realize that it's lit by a single brazier located in the center of it. The embers are low, fading, but they illuminate a massive statue depicting Inari in their full glory. They look down in this statuesque form, but not imposingly or judgmentally, more in the way that a fox looks at something. With curiosity, with interest, with perhaps a touch of mischief.
She's going to put the food that she tried to offer the fox on, or like before the statue.
Okay.
As an offering.
As you round the brazier, there does in fact seem to be a small altar, perhaps specifically for that.
And she'll put the food there.
As you place the food, you feel something brush against your leg.
She'll look down.
It's the black fox from before. Except now, that fox has many more tails.
How many tails?
Let's say 6. And the fox looks up at you. Just sort of studies you.
HK's gonna study it back.
And sort of like sneezes a little bit.
She will sneeze back.
Its eyes shift over to the altar. And as you look back, your food offering is gone. Instead, laying on the altar is a painted amulet depicting, well, what you would recognize as the head of a full-blown 9-tailed kitsune. The tails wreathe the head in sort of like almost a mane-type design, with the bright red disk of the sun on its forehead. Otherwise, it's painted a stark white. But you can tell that it's very old.
Does HK get the feeling that this is a gift for the offering that she made?
You're not sure. It doesn't feel like a gift.
Is it a curse?
It more feels like a question.
It's like a mantle. Okay. She's gonna approach the altar and study the amulet.
Appears to be made of some kind of worked stone.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have any sort of attached cord or anything like that. It's just sort of like the object itself. And you also notice, as you sort of look at it more closely, its mouth is open, with small fangs sort of jutting down from the top and bottom.
Yes, I come
As
from
though
a-
it's meant to hold something.
She removes her necklace. She's gonna take a deep breath and close her eyes. Just. Alright, I guess. It's time. And she's going to remove the pearl from her necklace and place it in the space where there is for a stone.
As your pearl makes contact with the amulet, everything goes a bright, blinding white. You lose all sensation for a moment, just completely blinded, and something else. There's some other interference, as again you feel that motion without motion take over you. But through the white, there is a glimmer of black. Very faint. Very quiet. As it whispers, "I'm sorry." Everyone else, you all charge down to the alleyway. And just about as you all reach it, HK comes flying back out of the wall.
Like,
You're
just
muted, Elytra.
I said Elytra will immediately move to check vitals and try and catch her if she can, so she doesn't hit the ground and injure herself.
Given the speed at which she's going, Glory might help with that.
Yeah.
SP's gonna check the wall.
Same.
It's just like, it's a wall.
Yeah, it's a wall.
Can I, similar to
God, I hate magic.
kind of what we saw in Undertown, can I reach out with my emotional tentacles and see if there's anything beyond it? If there's any connection here?
Roll to unleash your powers.
Oh boy. Hooray.
Actually, can I also reach out similar to how I did at the gala with that that sense and try and figure out if there's anything there along those lines, more of a natural sense than my bug sense?
You can try if you'd like
I
to.
I feel like it's unlikely because Elytra hasn't
Yeah.
really explored this, but
What'd you roll there, Thoth?
12.
Hot
Holy
damn.
shit.
Okay. Side note, HK, you're conscious, and you're fine.
Do I have the amulet still?
Yes. However, your pearl and the amulet are now back on your necklace. And for anyone who's checking HK,
Yeah.
She's got a new black and white amulet wrapped around her pearl.
That's new.
Uh-huh.
also don't go places where I can't fucking sense you.
I don't think you could go where I went.
Don't go where I can't go.
Where
Yeah.
did you go?
She went into the wall.
God fuckery.
Let me also
Pause this conversation for just 1 second. Electra, what'd you roll?
I am looking right now. That is a 10.
How the hell am I going to flavor this? Okay. So,
Ghost bugs.
Elytra, you do pick up something? For, like, the briefest of moments, you, like, in the similar way that you can tell what insects are, like, around you, you pick up, like, a glimmer of some sort of life like that?
In the wall. Or in
Not
the shadow.
in the wall. More coming from HK.
Okay.
Thoth.
Yep.
You reach out towards the wall.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's a wall.
These walls.
But as you expand your senses out, you butt up against something. It's a consciousness? Question mark? It's some sort of presence, some sort of ball of existence, for lack of better terminology. You have never sensed anything like it.
Okay.
It's like if someone crafted something out of emotions. Like an invisible object. And it is currently resting on HK's necklace. Now, HK, you say you probably couldn't follow where I just went. And somehow in the back of your mind, you know that's not right. There's something more now. Something more to you.
Voices.
Just like, or maybe you can follow me. I'm not sure.
Whoa.
We can play with that later.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay, first and foremost? Also, I think we might have scared Moonlighter a lot. Just now.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
leave him on the roof?
Yeah, we did.
Did he follow us at all?
If anyone looks up, you'll see Moonlighter's face just like peeking over the edge of the roof, just like, what's going on down there?
Do you
Fine.
want to come
There's-
inside so we can debrief?
Yeah, debrief time.
He sort of like gives a thumbs up and disappears back over the edge of the roof.
So
Let's
in
get
the
inside
alley,
before we continue this.
Yeah,
conversation.
I feel like I
let's
have a
do
couple
that.
questions.
Alright. Y'all can reconvene in the main room of Misfit Manor. I'm imagining y'all are like assembling around the ratty sofa and assorted
Yeah.
beanbag chairs that sort
The
of form the
futon and the
living room currently.
Yeah.
I went somewhere. Pretty sure
Were-
it was a different dimension.
What did you try and feed in the alleyway? Because I could see you doing shit, and then you tried to feed something, and then you disappeared.
Pretty sure it was a fox spirit.
Okay.
That makes sense why you couldn't see it.
Yes.
So it was a ghost?
Mm,
Maybe not the word. I
No,
use.
not quite.
HK though, you're the expert here, I think.
This is not quite the same thing.
It's magic of
Yeah.
some sort.
Probably.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
So it might be good to chalk up normal or super senses to sensing
Not
mundane
spirits.
stuff,
Yeah.
but maybe not all magic stuff. So don't patrol in Tarot Town. Is what
I
I'm
mean,
getting.
I
Me?
guess you could if you wanted to.
No, not you.
Hmm.
Moonlighter.
Moonlighter.
Oh.
If you're up for challenge.
It's also known for tech malfunctions, so
Yeah.
could be risky.
Yeah, that was my thought. Y'all mind if I have a soda? These are like points
Yeah,
at the
sure.
mini cooter.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Don't drink the blue
Yeah, don't
Why
do
do
the
you
blue,
have
please.
that?
Why do you have blue in there?
in case of emergency.
What emergency
What
warrants
kind of emergency
blue?
could possibly be improved by blue?
We don't know yet because
We're
it
in a
hasn't
certain
happened yet,
spirit's
but we might
day,
need it.
potentially.
I feel like that's going to cause an emergency, not fix one.
I feel
Fair.
like you said that just in time because he definitely was grabbing that thinking it was Gatorade.
Don't
Yeah,
no,
No.
don't drink the blue.
Don't drink
You
that.
will have the worst day ever.
I don't know why
Do
HK is keeping biohazards in here, but
I'll put a sign on it that says "Don't drink this one."
maybe put it in a different cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Just
fair.
in
Don't
general,
have a different cooler right
if
now.
anyone in this city our age offers you something blue, don't
drink
it.
Especially young giants.
Actually,
Yeah.
our
Don't
age.
drink anything that's not labeled.
That too.
Also that.
Well,
Yeah.
Kane for one.
Maybe even some things that are, unless they've got like if it's got a broken seal, some could have spiked it. I wouldn't put it past
If
you to,
Golden
like,
Gal
spike
ever
blue Gatorade.
offers you anything,
Yeah,
turn
just
her
don't
down.
take
Drink it.
anything from Golden Gal.
Or the gossip.
Bad
Gang.
idea.
Yeah, just in
Yeah.
general.
Y'all are a lot. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
perfectly honest.
Yeah.
A lot.
We get that a lot.
A
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, you haven't
Fair.
met the young giants, have you?
They're a lot in a different way.
You've
No,
met
I
a few
haven't.
of them.
They are a lot in a different way.
What do you mean have I met the young giants? I'm a nobody who got here like a month ago. What do you mean have I met the young
I mean,
giants?
same.
But they
Yeah,
were at
and
the
we-
gym
we've
for a
run
little
into
They
bit.
them.
keep showing up around us.
Yeah.
Are
They
they,
did visit the
stalking us
gym.
besides Kane?
They are.
Well,
not
Congratulations,
Floor.
I guess.
I
Floor,
don't know.
we
She
were
came
called
up to
out.
the floor that one time. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that was a little stalkery.
You did
That-
ask
that-
for us specifically,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
but might also just wanted friends. Unclear.
She's a sweetheart. She just struggles. a
She's
little
working
bit.
on it.
So,
Agree to disagree.
I didn't say it was quick.
I want to try something, but like, I want to make sure you're all okay with it because
we
we might
want-
not
Can
be
you
here
tell
if
us
I
what it
try
is?
Do
that.
you, if this requires a living thing, do you want to try it with a bug first and then you try
I
it
don't
with people?
know that you could bring bugs here. I'm not sure. Though there were bugs there. I thought you had bugs there. I'm not sure.
No,
pretty sure it was
my
in a
bug
gym.
could
Should we
not
do this
go
in the
with you.
morning, maybe?
Yeah, maybe once we have better sleep.
A nice sleep might help
Better
before we go
thought
walking into
processes.
walls.
Well,
Do
I
we
don't think
have to
we're gonna
walk
have
through
to
the wall?
walk into the wall anymore.
I mean, I can run through a wall, but like, I'd like to do
But
it
not
in
like
the
Please
that.
don't.
I don't
Yeah.
think we are required to do the wall thing anymore.
I mean, I'll
Okay.
try it with you, HK.
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, there is some weird kind of life energy coming from you that wasn't there before, so I don't know.
But life
that-
energy's good.
Yes.
To clarify, this was not about the wall so much as it's about HK, and the wall was just incidental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
think so.
Okay.
I think the Fox Spirit just used the wall from what we've covered.
But
Dramatic.
that is a good point. I don't know. I probably shouldn't skip out on BP again.
I mean, you weren't gone that
Sounds-
long.
Okay, well that's
Hey,
true.
if this works and you can do it at will, you can get away from him.
It's true. This is also
It's
true.
true.
It also means I can store a lot of bugs in wherever that is, and then we can summon them at once.
I don't know. It was like an island,
No.
and there were like there were bugs there and frogs and stuff. It was actually kind of nice. It was kind of peaceful, but also, and I might have just taken up my family's mantle.
Wait,
I-
didn't you already do that with the
Yes,
Fox
sort
thing?
of.
Are there more mantles?
Yeah.
Mantles all the way down.
Oh,
increasing
Oops, all
levels of
mantles?
seriousness?
Oops, all mantles. Something like
The
that.
earth be
Like
like
that
Earth's
be
all
like-
mantle.
So
Mhm.
I'm guessing that's what the extra fancy amulet's about.
I think so.
Yeah, side note, HK, it does not look like what it looked like inside of wherever you just were. It's now got more of like a almost yin-yang design to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are you feeling about that?
I feel
HK
like
starts looking behind her like she's got a tail that she's chasing too. Like it's.
can I pierce the mask on that behavior right now?
I mean,
That's weird behavior.
Okay,
Sure.
since HK and Glory have that playbook connection where HK did tell her things,
Mm-hmm.
would Glory be aware of the tail thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes,
Glory's
she would
Glory's
be.
not going to comment on it until HK says something. Then.
Glory would know that HK had one tail. You assume she's probably looking for a second tail.
I mean, it seems like a level up. But yeah, Glory's keeping that to herself unless HK wants to talk about it.
I'll pierce the mask. I got an 8. And what do you want Elytra to do now that she's noticing something's off?
Come with me on a journey.
I think Elytra will sigh and say, fine, I'll go. I'll do it. You were with me when I drank blue. I'll be with you while you do this.
Can I just stay here?
If you want to chill, that's fine.
If we're not
SP might not wanna go either, I don't
within, like,
How
I
long
don't
was
know.
HK gone? What, a matter of seconds?
From your guys' perspective, like, Elytra raised the alarm, and by the time you got there, she was back. So that was, like, within 3 seconds.
we're
So
not back within
That was
30
more like
minutes.
5 minutes on my time.
Maybe call tabs and get someone searching for us, please.
someone capable of
think they'll find
interdimensional
us.
travel.
I mean, I can put in a request to Tabs if you want me to.
You might want to call Kane.
Just maybe if
Or
you
a
have to put it.
I think Kane can only go to hell.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Is
might
this
this
a team thing, or are we splitting? Because
If
if you're all
it's-
going, I'll go with you. If SP is electing to stay, I'll stay with him. Just to
I don't know if we should cross into an interdimension at this hour.
I
Or
will-
without backup established? 'Cause, like, this might be a situation where we
Right.
have to get your mom.
be
My
inclined to agree.
Yeah, if
with
it's something family related.
the backup at least.
Call grandma
Like your
before you
grandma,
call
I
mom.
guess.
She counts.
But we should have her here before we do the thing.
Yeah, stabilizing is having someone to stabilize if something goes wrong might be a good
That's fair. Maybe tomorrow afternoon after the whole.
Yeah, we can have fun experimentation with powers time after
We can explore the power of
we
friendship.
Yeah, we can do
Explore
that
this-
while you're talking to
after
Bulletproof.
dealing with your bulletproof situation. So at least the day ends on a good note.
Or a
Maybe.
weird
Theoretically.
note.
An interesting
Weird.
note.
A different note, at least.
It'll be a
I
different
mean,
note.
That's fair. That's
A
Not
not
bulletproof
bulletproof,
note.
note.
not a bulletproof note.
It's
And then,
more
like, HK
later.
realizes that they were just, like, talking about bulletproof.
So reconvene.
Yes.
Sure.
Get some sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you patrol all night? Like, what's that? Like, every night?
Yeah, I've got the graveyard shift.
Oh, is this for your, like, community service?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, rehabilitation program.
Yeah, mine involves other stuff. Mostly
It
therapy.
seems a lot of other stuff is involved here.
That's not
No, that's just
part of my
That's
rehabilitation.
a different
That's
thing.
It's just
yeah,
Fridays.
that's-
other obligations, because I didn't have enough already.
Well, I'm gonna go pick up my shit and get out of your hair. Sorry for stalking, I guess.
Just don't do it again.
Just
knock
knock.
on the
Next
front
time.
Announce
door.
yourself next time.
Yeah.
Or
Not
just like call
introduce-
first.
Yeah.
I don't have your number.
Okay, we'll just jot it down on a piece of paper or styrofoam or something.
Man,
that
this
you
man's
find.
so much better at this than the rest of us.
Larry just
Yep.
There is kind of a moment where he like takes a piece of paper and just like looks at it like, shit, was it that easy?
Yeah, if you're not weird.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't say that
Yeah.
out loud. He's just kind of looking at it like,
No, I know that was above
Mentally.
the table. Like, yeah, if you're not weird about it, is that
Yeah, just call or knock first. It's cool.
yeah, I'll call you.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry that it got weird with the wall and incident.
I'm starting to get the vibe that that's just kind of how this city is.
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Yes,
Welcome
it is.
to San Sebastian. There's dick gangs and interdimensional walls.
yeah.
Computer ghosts that invade gyms. There's
Yeah.
all kinds of fun stuff.
Kind of miss when I was just beating up muggers.
Where are you from?
Long story.
Okay.
Catch
Another
you
time
later.
then.
And he will make his way back upstairs. For any of you paying attention, you'll see like his shape
Mhm.
as he picks up his stuff and goes and finds a different rooftop.
That was weird. Actually, all of it. The whole night has been weird. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
it's
Yeah,
been a long
That's
night.
fair.
Lots happened today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, a lot's just happened in general. How's everybody doing?
All right.
Alright.
Better. But
Better. What is? Oh, were you
A
concerned
lot.
because I was gone?
well, yeah, you disappeared, but also just we've had a long
A
month.
weird day.
Oh, yeah, it's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
It was a weird day. Who thought we were gonna fight a gang with two guys with weird dicks?
I mean, technically, only one had a weird dick. They both had a weird body, but
Well, they both.
No, I'm
kinda had
pretty
weird
sure the second one had a
dicks.
weird dick too.
So it's more his body was weird in general. So his dick kind
Dick was probably also weird.
true.
Yeah.
Well,
Angles
we hope
shot.
like these make it worth it.
well, we hopefully
The
won't have to
gremlin crow in the corner.
deal with them again. So
All right.
Depending.
Well, if anybody wants to crash, there's places to crash. Otherwise, I should sleep probably.
I think I might crash if only because I don't want to explain why I'm out so late to my sister.
That's fair. There's room on the
Fair.
futon.
Fair.
I am not. Like, if there's snuggling happens, that's not on me. I'm just a
It-
snuggler.
It is not the first time they have probably
That's
shared
fair.
a bed. Let's be
Actually, with
honest.
Electra, they probably. HK is a snuggly one. If you let her be snuggly, she will be snuggly. But yeah, thanks for defending the skate park with us, and hopefully helping. Well, Glory will help me tomorrow, just as a spotter. So I guess I'll let everybody know I'm meeting Bulletproof in the morning to have a direct conversation about not continuing his stalking.
he doesn't listen, I'll kick his ass.
Maybe we should take him outside the history museum. I think
Yeah.
Savannah will kick my ass if we wreck the Museum of Natural History. That is his only hobby.
I could
Oh.
emotionally bitch
Yes,
slap him.
Ooh. I mean, if you want to be on deck too, that's where we're meeting at
He's
10
got
a.m.
Crusty
tomorrow.
emotions.
I'd also like Electra to put a bug on me, just
I can definitely
to
bug
keep
you.
tabs on me.
Entire
At this
team
rate,
waiting
we
in the
could just
wings.
make it a team thing.
Let's do
Yeah.
a team thing.
Yeah. Well, we can wear disguises. He'll never know it's us.
Mustaches.
Mostly because I
Hey.
think he's not very bright.
mustaches
It's a break
and
and team,
sunglasses.
but I'm kind of hard to disguise.
I did
Gotta
manage to
put
trick
I
him into
also am
thinking I didn't know
pretty
HK.
sure he knows who I am, so.
I mean, with between the bugs and the comms, we don't have to wait super close.
No,
No.
I just need Glory within like being able to, because BP's not like super duper fast. He can fly, but he's not like super speeded. So,
Yeah. No, I've seen him fly.
and you can fly, so, and you can fly, so we can get.
I can be
Between-
thrown.
We can make it work.
You've got hoverboards too, SB.
Yeah, that's true. It might be faster to throw me though. You never know.
Why do you like being thrown?
It's fun. Does anybody
might
ever
be
throw anyone?
faster
It's fun.
Oh,
if
he's just a
necessary,
boy,
we can
it's fine.
always, like, airdrop you too, so.
I'm sure that Moonlighter can still hear all of this like
Yes.
nonsense about throwing and
Throwing each other to the wheel.
Smash cut to Moonlighter across the street, still making his way away, and he's just like,
The fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Do I call her now? I'm conflicted.
What the fuck am I getting into?
Am I into this?
Are those red
Yeah,
flags or pink
why?
flags? I'm not sure.
The Spice Girls says you have to get with her friends. I have to be friends with these people?
Oh, boom. All right. When it actually gets to the point where people are winding down, Thoth will go back to his apartment.
Same.
Electra is still keeping a patrol because she knows she couldn't detect the fox previously, but she's still kind of on edge.
She's like,
and,
where the fuck is that fox?
It's in the necklace.
It is the necklace.
Yes.
Thoth knows.
I know.
No, I'm pretty sure
saying.
I sensed it in the necklace too, even though Electra doesn't actually fully understand that.
It's magic. It's magic.
It's fine.
HK is magic. She doesn't understand it, but she's magic.
okay.
HK is going to, before she goes to bed, she actually texts Gigi and asks her to send one of her robots over to HK's new place. And HK pulls out a blue glowing fish in a bag. And she
God.
writes a quick note to Kane that says, "Sorry about the
Yeah.
blue. Please accept this fish as an apology."
Is this just like a circus goldfish that you just like dipped into the blue bottle and it came out looking like this?
Oh my
Could
god.
Who knows?
I don't want to know what
Well,
that fish is. And
radioactive.
yeah, she's just like, I sincerely actually didn't mean for you to drink the blue, and I do feel legitimately bad. So please accept this apology and this fish.
Well, Gigi basically never sleeps. So
Yeah, no,
probably
I know.
at some
That's
point
the
in the
bill.
night there's a little dee 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 on your window
Yeah.
as a robot has come by.
She also sends a note to Savannah, and she asks Gigi specifically not to read this note.
You realize what that means, right? She will absolutely read the note.
She's gonna say Savannah will be mad at you if you read it.
Conflicted about whether or not she
Interesting.
wants to read the note. Will still probably read the note.
Electra will add, "You will lose my favor if you read the note."
She's already on thin ice with you, Electra. That girl likes to play jump rope with your favor.
Yes.
Alright.
HK jots a note to Savannah just saying, don't worry about your faux pas. I didn't say anything to them. And then she's going to apologize for being weird.
Generally.
Yeah. Or she's gonna apologize. She's gonna be like more like, I'm sorry for being annoyed at you for your job. That's not your fault. I'm just trying to learn how to better express my emotions in a way that doesn't involve blades.
Suddenly it just reads like it's coming from a serial killer.
It's so cryptic.
You at least sign it so he knows who it's from.
Yes. Well, and
It goes
He'll
to
know
cut
who
up
it's-
letters, the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
she cuts
It's
out
written in
magazine
pink glitter
letters. He
Alright.
says, don't worry, I didn't push the issue with them. So they don't know. You don't need to apologize to them. And then
Gotcha.
she just puts in parentheses, see, I can respect boundaries. And then and then she puts, P.S. You have a nice smile.
HK flirting?
I don't know
Kerosene on the
that
love
she's
triangle
conscious.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's so clueless about Moonlighter. She's just like, okay, another friend in the neighborhood, whatever. She doesn't know what's
Just
going
not
on
gonna
with
broach
anything.
that tonight. It's not with it.
Times.
And then she sends that back with Gigi.
Okay. Well, the robot scurries off into the night. Everyone else is more likely than not dead asleep by this point.
Yeah.
So,
And then HK is gonna go to sleep because she actually doesn't care if she looks rough tomorrow when BP sees her because she'd like to look least desirable as humanly possible.
alright. Well, Elytra, you're the only one who stayed at the manor with HK, right?
Yeah.
Well, the two of you are probably awoken then by, well, HK, do you have your phone ringer on, or do you just keep it on vibrate like I do?
It's on vibrate for sure.
You're probably woken up by your phone just just scooting its way across the table.
She just like grabs it and answers it without looking. She's like, hello.
Mia, sweetheart? It is your mom.
Mom?
Not
Yes,
really.
how are you?
Weird. It was a late night.
Yes, your father told me before he went to bed. He's, still asleep. Are you... Are you alright, darling?
Yeah. Why? Totally fine.
It's nothing, just, bad dreams, I suppose. Sorry,
No, it's
didn't
okay.
mean
What
to-
time is it?
I feel like Elytra is glaring at HK when she says nothing.
It is currently about 7 in the morning.
Holy shit. Sleeping for another hour. You should go back to bed, Mom. Everything's fine. Electra stayed the night with me tonight. So I wasn't alone.
That's good.
I had more months than I'd like to admit I wasn't alone.
Also, Electra Mao's power testing at HK.
HK just like as she like pulls out of bed to like start the coffee
feel like-
maker that she's got on
I
the
feel
ground.
like Elytra just holds out her hand for the phone
Yeah.
at this point.
She hands it to Eladra.
You're probably handing it as BB is saying, I should come over and help clean up. We could
Elytra
make a day of it.
immediately responds with, "Hi, Mia's not
Ah,
listening right now."
Victoria.
Yeah.
Hello, dear.
Hi. So you coming over this afternoon is probably really helpful.
She's just mouthing fuck. She's making coffee on the ground.
We're gonna do
Rip.
some power testing, and having you here might be very useful.
Of course, I can help answer any questions you might have.
Yeah, questions, stabilizing powers.
Not suspicious at all.
I'll clear your
Not-
schedule.
Oh, God.
We have something at 10. I don't know how long that's gonna go, but plan on this afternoon.
I will be there at 1 o'clock sharp.
Got it. I'll let you know if we run over.
Very good. I will see you then, dear.
Thank you.
Love you, Mom.
Love you too, sweetheart.
I will bring you his
HK's
phone back.
thinking about putting the blue in the coffee, and then she just like, no.
No, I feel like Electra sees this and yells into the phone. No.
I can see your brain.
No, Mia.
That's a disturbance in the force.
I have to go stop your daughter from doing something stupid.
Please do.
God, somebody else can help.
All right.
It was nice speaking with you. I'll see you later this afternoon. I have to go stop this.
See you then, dear. And she'll hang up the phone.
Electra bolts downstairs to stop the blitz.
Yeah. Well, she didn't like pour it in yet, but she's just contemplating putting it in the coffee maker.
No.
Also, as the two of you are getting it ready, Elytra, you get a message on your phone from Kane.
Oh God. What?
It's a picture of a blue glowing goldfish,
Yep.
and he just has written under it, "What?"
Like a mob
She just
offering?
responds
What the
with
fuck?
heavenly katana and leaves it at and just nothing else.
Heavenly katana.
Not my
Nothing
fault.
else.
You do not receive a response.
we have confused that boy so
Electra
hard.
is at the point that she's like, why am I the adult right now? Like,
Because the rest of the
I think
team isn't
literally
there.
the youngest of us. Does our maturity level just go down as we get older? Like, is that what
Yes.
our group is?
All right. But all of you can get ready and
Yeah.
head over to the Natural History Museum, which is not nearly as popular as the Exo-Natural History Museum in San Sebastian, for perhaps obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
It does, however, have a nice park out front that has like a commemorative fountain and a nice little seating area.
HK is wearing, like, literally, she's wearing the crappiest, like, shorts and, like, a baggy shirt, and her hair is not. She doesn't really normally wear makeup. She wore it to, like, the gala, but she's not. She normally is not wearing makeup, but her hair is not in a normal HK fashion. She's just kind of like thrown it into a messy bun on top of her head and has sunglasses on and is
Yes.
drinking the blackest coffee
I feel
imaginable.
like Electra's walking with her in person, like as Victoria, not as Electra.
Okay. As for the rest of you, where are you positioning thyselves?
Glory's staked out a bench that's has a view of this.
Okay. Easy enough to find. There's it's sort of on part of a hill, so there's a little bit of a rise and there's a bench on top of that you can just sit there and sort of
Yeah.
observe the area.
Not trying to hide. She's just sitting watching.
Okay.
HK makes sure there's a bee on her.
Yep.
Everybody
Because
gets
the bees
a bee.
are our thing, apparently.
Yeah, bees.
Bees for the business.
Remember, we have plans at 1. I really don't want to text your mom otherwise.
SP, so? You two hiding in a bush, or?
Are there bushes inside the museum?
Oh, this is outside in
Oh,
front
we're
of the
outside
museum.
still. Okay.
Are they?
They're in the bushes and they've made hats.
I guess. Do we know? Is HK and Bulletproof definitely gonna go inside?
You don't know in specific.
Seems like the
HK just sort of
conversation's
said they
happening
were
out here.
meeting here.
Yeah. She wasn't real specific with PP.
Okay.
SP's probably waiting by the door. He's not going in, but I'm guessing it has giant pillars or something in front of it.
Yeah, very Greco-Roman style.
Is
Yeah, he's just kind
there-
of leaning on one so he can watch.
Is there
Important
a
question for you in specific. Are you in costume?
Let me think about
We
that.
can go ahead and let you deliberate, though.
Is there a coffee shop nearby, or is there a coffee shop in the lobby of the museum or something?
There's a coffee shop in the lobby, but also around the park. There's a pop-up stand that's serving pre-mixed coffee and we'll say beignets.
Yay.
Okay.
Yay.
I will go. I'll go to the pop-up stand and get a coffee and some beignets. And probably just find a nice little. There's a bench under a tree in the shade. Hang out there.
Yeah.
I will also note that I am not in costume.
Okay.
SP's not, but it's under his regular clothes.
That's fair.
And he's probably on his phone looking up restaurants to take Glory. So he's half paying attention here.
Given the general vibe, I think Glory's probably in civilian clothes, but still with a domino.
Well, Elytra and HK, as the two of you are walking up through the park towards the museum, well, he doesn't exactly make an effort to hide himself. As Bulletproof descends from above you, very clearly having dressed himself up a little bit. Not quite the full tux he had for the gala, but he's got a nice shirt, nice pants. He sort of touches down and he says, "Hey, you came."
I did. I'm here.
And you brought a friend.
Yep.
Shh.
Just one.
Unless I say
Yeah.
otherwise, for the rest of you, you can all see this happening.
I'll say.
Maybe not necessarily hear it, but you can definitely see it.
Well, I wanted to say that as soon as Bulletproof came into view, I am locked in on his emotions.
Okay. Crusty as always currently.
Crusty boy.
Glory's
Boy.
probably watching his body language just for any threatening movements.
Yeah.
SP, you found the one with a good Yelp review.
Nice.
Yelp is still around. That's amazing.
Not only is Yelp still around, I like to imagine that it's been fully formalized and has taken over like the Michelin star system.
Oh my god.
That would be insane because those
These public control.
the
Yeah.
stars are a different thing. That's a whole different thing. We don't have to get into
It's
the
Yelp
stars.
stars.
But
right.
yeah.
She was helping me set up my new place.
Yeah.
You got a new place.
I did.
That's great.
Yeah.
Her like glances at Elytra. So,
Lytra's just like giving him a toothy grin.
She's like, I'm not leaving. What?
Oh my god.
So awkward.
I'm sorry. What was your name?
My God, she used to live with us, Cody.
Lytra's like, you're a dumbass.
Oh, sorry.
She literally lived in the
Without
same house with
mask,
us.
I sorry. Hey, Elytra.
Hi.
Do you think you could give us a couple minutes?
I think that's up to Mia.
It's you can go get more coffee. More coffee, please.
Yeah, I think we're both gonna need more coffee, seeing as what's coming at 1. So yeah,
So much more coffee.
I'll go.
Please.
You know how
thank
to get me if you need it.
Yep, I do.
And I'm probably heading to the nearest spot for coffee, which I think is by the.
Yep.
Not that I'll recognize you, but.
I'm assuming Thoth did not tell us he was coming in civilian mode.
No.
Or
None of us know that each
None
other's
of
there
us.
except for Glory.
I'm
spotted
imagining
Glory
that in
Electra.
the group chat, y'all have confirmed that you are in the area.
Yeah.
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 Not necessarily recognizably.
SP
can
would
also do-
recognize Glory.
Glory glows.
Yeah.
She
Gonna
has
say,
a bit of a hard time going subtle.
I was gonna say I can also
But
do
they've also
illusions,
seen
so I
each other
could
out
have
of costume.
concealed myself.
That's true.
So true.
Or look like
I
somebody else.
also don't think Elytra, the one time she met Glory in person, even realized because she was very distracted when you showed up to the deli.
Oh, Glory was in costume at that point.
You were?
So, yeah.
I think SP
Because
is
they
the only one
immediately
who's
were,
seen
she's on her
her.
way to
Mhm.
physiques.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, SP would have been the only person who's seen her out of costume.
Yeah. She's seen him out of costume. It's so
That's
exciting.
Mhm.
Oh my
And
gosh.
technically so did Thoth and Heavenly Katana, but they don't know
We
that.
don't know that.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
So, as Elytra goes to get coffee, Bulletproof sort of turns to you, HK. Okay, so
Do you want to walk?
yeah. And he starts walking with you, and he says, "Can you tell me what's been going on?"
What part? Because there's a lot been going on.
Well, I mean, my first question is, why are you avoiding me? I mean, is it because of what Tony said? Is it because of something I said?
combo. I guess I was operating on the fact that you knew this, but maybe not. Tony had me kicked out of dance school. Because
What?
apparently I wasn't dedicated enough to the show. I mean, I've also had a lot of frustration with the way in which the exceptionals operate. Cody, you're fucking bulletproof. Like, literally bulletproof. You can lift a
Yeah.
car. You can fly.
Mm-hmm.
why are you wasting your time with stunts when you could be doing actual good?
I'm not
Why
wasting my time.
why would any of us waste our time with stunts? And like, I get the fundraising through reality TV, I guess, but like, if it's not going to go towards anything that does any good for the community, like, what's the point? It's just making Tony money at that point.
Well, we'll see.
Well, what does that mean?
It means that Tony might not be around for a lot longer here.
You're not going to off him, are you?
I mean, he doctored footage. He apparently had one of his tech guys attack Pulsar, which, like,
That was probably a
what the
bad choice for that tech guy, but you know, I've
Not
met
to mention-
Pulsar. Pulsar's pretty cool, actually. I like Pulsar a lot.
Yeah.
But like, meh, I wouldn't attack an Ultra.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought.
That's not very.
And then when I told
Especially
him
a cop.
to shove off of what was going on between the two of us, he got angry about it.
No, of course he did. He wanted to create more drama. It's good for ratings. That's all Tony cares about. Ratings.
Yeah, but it's not good for us.
Oh.
So-
HK is like just size. No.
So, I talked with the legal team, and we're working on severing our contracts.
I do greatly appreciate that. But like, when the cameras were off, we didn't really, we weren't even like really friends, Cody.
We're friends.
Are we?
Maybe not Sugar Bomb. They're a little rough around the edges. They like angelfish, though.
Well, everybody likes angelfish.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Why aren't you dating her?
Because I don't love her?
Cody. You no. You don't know me like that. Like, I don't mean to be like, whatever. I know we live together, but like, we were only really interacting when the cameras were on. Like, you know, Mia that was given a fucking script and character to play by Tony. That's not really me. I'm not really a ditzy blonde with, you know, I mean, not that I'm blonde, but, well, I guess I am under the paint. I don't know, whatever. It's beyond the point. My natural hair color's not blonde. But I don't wear cutesy little skirts everywhere and Mary Jane heels and giggle over nonsense. That's not who I am, really.
I, Thoth,
Yeah.
there's a weird twist in the
Mm-hmm.
emotions. Like a neuron's trying to fire and it's just not quite clicking.
Both is like, you're so close, buddy. You're so close.
Can I give it a nudge?
Roll to unleash your powers.
Tickle that amygdala.
Don't say it like that.
Come on. That's an 8.
Unstable, temporary, or condition.
Oh.
He's gonna lose it.
I really want this for HK. I'll take a
How many conditions do
condition.
you have?
I have 3.
Yeah, Mark.
Oh
No.
Someone
I-
comfort and support, though.
Yeah.
Stay sad.
I
Both
have
need hogs.
angry, guilty, and insecure marked.
I'm gonna say Mark Afraid. Because, well, if this isn't outright illegal, it's pretty close.
Yeah, we're into the major gray area right now.
Mm-hmm. Not even like gray. We're getting to like slate gray here.
Yeah.
You're bordering charcoal. That was going dark side.
But you do so successfully give it a little push. As HK, you sort of see on Cody's face as he's like not getting it. Like, how could they be different? There is no difference. And then something clicks. Oh.
You know that we were all playing roles, right? Like, you understand that it wasn't really reality TV. It was scripted, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Though.
Does he know that?
But, I mean, even still, but we...
But we what?
I guess not you, but I felt something real.
Is that true?
As far as his mind can discern, yeah.
So you weren't playing a role?
I mean, I wanted to be a hero.
You know that you can be a hero, right? Like, you don't need cameras and a million followers and a YouTube channel and all that to be a hero, right? You just do it. That's what the Misfits did. We just kind of showed up and did the thing. And you're very powerful. Your power set is really powerful, Cody. Like, you could make a real difference.
I am. I'm inspiring people. That's why the cameras and the YouTube channel and the shorts and the press releases. It's letting people see their heroes.
Can I ask what what things have you done besides the inspiring? Like, concrete examples of like who we saved, because I can't think of anybody who we saved while I was on the exceptionals, and I can't really measure any good that I felt like I did there, except
You
for
did.
perpetuate misogynistic views of pretty women.
What? No, what?
Oh,
I never. What are you talking about?
Not you. I'm just saying the role that I was playing was very stereotypical. Pretty bubbly
But I mean, you're
girlfriend who...
Or I guess you're not, actually.
Not what?
Not actually that person.
No. I mean, I am bubbly and sunshiny sometimes. Not when it doesn't feel right, though. I'm also kind of a menace in real life. I'm mischievous as fuck. I like to play practical jokes. I like to skateboard. I don't do graffiti, but I really dig the vibes. I wear Chucks most of the time. Or skater shoes, tennis shoes. Things that are easy to run in, that are durable, because I go through shoes like really fast. I also eat like an obscene amount of calories a day. And it's not dainty.
That's fine. All of that's fine.
Yeah, but like, is that who you fell for? Or am I gonna be...
I can. If that's what I need to do, I can.
I don't want you to be somebody you're not, Cody. I don't want you to build your personality and who you should be based on what you think I want. We should just vibe.
How can I make you happy then?
Oh no. That's not your job, Cody. It's my job to make me happy. It's never anybody else's responsibility to make another person happy.
But I can. I can fix this. I can learn the real you. I can make Tony go away. Everything can be fine.
I do appreciate what you're doing with Tony, and disentangling it does help me quite a bit. And I don't want to owe you and have to... I don't want to feel like I'm obligated to date you. Like you're gonna hold that over my head or something, you know? I would like us to just get to know each other as friends before we even consider any romantic entanglements. Do you think that we could do that? Just be friends? And then see how it goes?
I need to go.
Okay.
And he just flies back up into the sky.
And HK just kind of waits for him to be gone. And then just like sighs, but like she's also like still a little tense because she's not convinced that this isn't gonna turn sideways completely. Well, fuck.
The group chat gets a text from Glory asking, "What happened?"
HK is just gonna kind of sidle up to the bench and sit down next to Glory. It's actually text the group chat. Be like,
Probably about as Elytra arrives with coffee.
I think
Electra bought you the strongest coffee
That's what she
with
needs.
extra espresso shots she could.
all of it.
Both is going
much.
to.
It is just instant stuff, so it's not very good, but it's coffee.
Yeah.
Both is going
At this...
to finish his beignets and his business at the park done. Is just gonna stroll away.
HK will just say, I'm pretty sure I just broke that man's heart to 1,000 pieces.
Heart can heal.
Truth. Meet back at the manor?
Yeah.
We have power testing at 1. Just a heads up.
Cool.
I feel free to not answer this, but how are you doing with this?
About as well as I can. I have very little control over his emotions and how he takes things.
Yeah, that's fair.
I needed to be firm enough to make sure that he understood the boundaries, but gentle enough not to be cruel. And I think I did that, but I also think that he's not well. I assume this is just Glory and HK walking and talking back to the place. And Electra's probably joined.
Electra's by you, but she's
Electra's joined.
letting you
SB,
talk.
feel free to chime in with whenever you notice that everyone else has left.
Once he'd probably notice Bulletproof flying away because there's like something moving high up in his peripherals.
Mhm.
And once he sees that he has left, he'll be like, oh, sweet. I don't know
Electra
what
does send the rest of the chat. Mansion 1. Power testing. Black Butterfly will be there.
he will go
You
to
get an exclamation point
changed.
reaction.
Yeah.
You get
HK
probably
sends the
about
emoji
bang.
where it's like,
you get a thumbs up from Thoth.
he's ready for BB.
Electra just like looks at HK and is like, you heard me talk with her this morning.
I know. I just was hoping that would go slightly better than it did. I'm not sure that it went horribly wrong, but like,
Well,
it didn't go
you
horribly
said
right
he
either.
kind of took it well, but might be heartbroken, but is unwell.
He's delusional, I'm pretty sure. There's some codependency issues
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
I mean, it resulted in me saying that essentially he didn't really know the real me because we were playing
it's
roles.
a reality TV
Yeah.
show, so
Yeah.
And
that
don't
we were
think
scripted.
he
Did he
fully
not
realized
get
the role was a role.
I might have also, I probably shouldn't have said this in hindsight, but they're not actually heroing. They're just,
No, not really.
and he thinks that they're an inspiration to the world. And I might have challenged that just a little bit.
I mean,
I was gentle about it. I wasn't mean about it. I was
I
just
will say it's the kind of assumption that should be challenged. If you're not asking yourself whether or not you're actually being a hero, sometimes people can end up in bad places.
Yeah. And I simply asked a few questions and challenged it, and that, from my perspective, it didn't feel like we were doing any good.
Seems like the thing to do is probably to give him time to reflect. He doesn't seem like a person who's prone to it necessarily, but maybe you shook him up enough.
I don't know. Then he started pleading that he could make it better and fix it, and he could make me happy.
Yeah, that
and that
uncomfortable.
all my flaws didn't matter. And yeah,
he sounds misguided.
I know. I feel like he has good intentions, but I just can't like force. I'm afraid that he has unreasonable expectations and ideas about who I am, and it just.
You shouldn't have to do anything.
No, you're right. I told him
the best thing's probably just give him space.
Yeah.
Not that I assume you want to be near him.
No. I'm worried. I might text Angelfish later just to see if she can check on.
Possibly.
Oof. That was rough. That was really rough. I know it's not my fault. It's Tony's fault. Hopefully it doesn't kill
seem
Tony.
like a manipulative prick.
Actually, Now that I think about it, maybe I should text Angelfish and really make sure that, because if bulletproof goes off,
Do you think he'd actually?
he might blame Tony for like. I mean, it
Possibly.
is. Don't get me wrong. It is. Tony is culpable in a lot of this. Some of it's his own
Yeah, but that's
delusions, and that's not necessarily Tony's fault. I don't think.
we're not the judge, jury, and executioner, though.
No,
It's gotta be left
absolutely
to the courts.
not. That's. I'm not saying that he should kill Tony. That's not the correct response.
No. Texting Angelfish probably just giving her a heads
Yeah,
up
I'm
seems
just.
reasonable.
I'm gonna text.
Yeah,
Angelfish.
it sounded like he was now debating every relationship he formed in that house. So
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem like a place that's prone to forming deep relationships
no,
or
it's
introspection,
all
really.
surface level.
He literally didn't recognize Electra lived with us at the mansion, and he was like, "Oh, your friend's here," and I'm like, "Yeah, she lived with us."
Yeah, that's
Side note, that may
little-
have partially been me forgetting.
That's
Hmm.
okay.
But it's funnier
It's
this way.
fixed.
Some people are
Yeah.
kind of
Funnier, no,
baseline, so
in character.
I don't know. But yeah, that
Yeah,
nothing can really be done to change.
how do you deal with that? Like, I don't know that there was any. I think that was the most delicate I've ever been in my life with anybody's feelings ever.
I
Besides
think
my mom's.
confronting it directly, I think, was the right choice.
I had to. It was never gonna stop if I was being avoidant.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to him for him to like keep hoping for something
It's not fair
that
to either
isn't.
of you.
No, it's not.
Hopefully, once he's had some time to reflect, and with any luck, the angelfish talking him out
Yeah.
of any rash
She's
actions.
speed texting Angelfish as they're talking and walking. Like, please check on Cody. I'm very worried about him. May
Maybe.
have broken up with him officially. I don't know. Not official. Fake.
Maybe he'll
She
find a way
texts
to move
back,
on.
"Oh, flounder." I'll check on him.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
a
also
certain
just make sure he
standpoint-
doesn't kill Tony, because I'm pretty sure.
Exclamation reaction mark.
Just in
Yes.
case. I'm not sure that's gonna happen, but
Okay. Scary, but okay.
just do be your wonderful self. And thank you. I owe you a couple of drinks when you have the time. Or
She gives a
tea,
thumbs up.
coffee, whatever you want.
SP,
Yes.
you are headed to the manor right now, yeah?
Yes.
As you're sort of waiting at a crosswalk, there's like the usual, just sort of like pedestrian crowd about. And then you notice like a touch of a disturbance, as there is somebody running, sort of like in opposite direction to you, like sort of at parallel. He is older man, short, mostly gray hair, long beat up trench coat. Like what looks like might have been the pants to a tuxedo at one point. Have been definitely worn and used much
Okay.
more than they were intended. Nice pair of running shoes. And an AC/DC t-shirt.
Okay. Vintage. What's he
He is-
running from?
Roll me a d6.
Oh no, noticing things. My weakness. I rolled a 1.
No.
You have no clue. He just seems to be running at a pretty steady pace.
Go for a
And
run.
he also seems to be fairly fit. And at first it's just like, huh, that's weird. But as he passes you, his head turns towards you. He raises a hand, and you hear him from across the street. Hello, Daniel! And just keeps on running.
The fuck?
Do I recognize that man?
Nope. You have no clue who he is.
I'm chasing after him.
Yes.
You noticing any time distortions?
Yeah.
Am I gonna notice a time distortion?
If he runs into a wall,
I'm the wrong person for time distortion noticing.
noticing anything
fair.
really.
Roll. Again, you lead to the weirdest situations here. Roll to unleash your powers for me.
Blondie, come here. You want up here? Come here.
She wants up,
But not like that.
But not like that.
Well, she's
I-
upsetting Boone because he was asleep, and then there was a cat screaming, and now. Oh, I know.
That'll wake you up.
Everything's out of balance. What am I doing? I'm unleashing my powers.
Yep.
Where'd my sticky note go? You can have my pen. That's fine. 5, 6, 7, 8. -1 is 8. 9
8,
minus
okay.
1 is 8. I can do math.
Unstable,
Woohoo!
temporary, or, well, unstable/temporary, or do you want to mark a condition?
I already have 2 conditions, so I will go for unstable temporary.
Okay. You keep pace with him,
Hey, baby.
sort of on the opposite side of the street.
You're gonna fall.
But as you're, like, trying to keep pace with him, you quickly realize, this guy is a hell of a sprinter. Like, you are athletic, but, like, he is, without even really trying, generally outpacing you.
He's a dwarf. They're natural sprinters.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Very
like,
dangerous
what?
over short distances,
I
man.
thought you were talking about short people for a second, and I was like, huh?
No, I was talking about Gimli.
About
from
dwarves.
Lord of the Rings. That was a Lord of the Rings joke.
But, like,
too.
you follow him for, like, a fair few blocks, and eventually, like, you see up ahead as he, like, without stopping, just charges onto a bus.
Oh, I wanted to get his attention.
And the bus starts to pull away.
Can I get the
Uh,
bus number?
You can.
Okay.
But you also can spot him inside because he does not sit down. He's just jogging in place.
Strange man.
And then he notices you, and he jogs over to the window
I wave.
and pops it open, and he waves and says, "I'll see you later!" As the bus pulls away.
Okay.
And the bus rolls away.
We have the weirdest stalkers on this team.
We really do.
I would like that bus's route. Just maybe I'll recognize something along the route. But I guess if you get off at a stop, you can just fuck off and go wherever you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
You hop
Not
down.
only
Don't
that,
look at
but
me like that.
the power testing appointment is approaching here.
Oh,
You are
yeah.
now a fair distance off track, chasing after someone. You don't know.
He was real fast though. Not as HK fast, but fast.
Fast. I guess I'll summon myself a cab and head off to the industrial district.
Okay. Elytra, HK, Glory, the three of you are probably the quickest to arrive. Thoth, you're probably not too far behind unless you're stopping somewhere.
I would have to go somewhere to change,
Okay.
and I think
All
I may stall a little bit, but
right.
Giving the girls time to bond. Talk over feelings.
If y'all
Aw.
want to interact more, feel free to.
No, I think HK is just kind of like processing, and it seems like Glory and Electra are listening and
Electra
Being
just go inside
supportive.
when they get there and hides all the blue.
oh yeah,
Like, I don't want your
I
mom.
mean, I'll throw this out there. You could just take the blue and pour it down the drain.
we don't want
You
to
don't
put
know
that in the
what's down
water
that drain.
supply. we don't know what's in the
It has to be
sewer.
destroyed.
that has to go into a biohazard
Yeah.
bin.
As Electra
Explode.
is cleaning up all the blue after they get inside, Glory will just say, "Do you hug? 'Cause that seemed kind of rough to
Yes,
HK."
please. Yes, please.
And she'll hug her.
Electra yells from inside. She cuddles. Don't worry about hugs.
It's polite to ask.
It is polite. I appreciate that. Thank
Um,
you. I am a
what?
hugger.
As the two of you are hugging outside, you'll glance over at Graffiti Paradise. There's a lot of skaters in today,
Ooh.
and you spot Skater Boy a little distance off, talking with some folks. As it appears that there's some new life injected into there.
Hmm.
Perhaps some half familiar faces, from the nose up, have come
Speaking
to.
of doing,
Aw.
speaking of doing good things,
My dad is, well, I think that, BP didn't really, like, meet my family like that, but he might have understood. Well, no, I don't think he would. He's not that observant, actually.
wait,
But-
understood what? I think I've missed a step there.
Yeah, my dad's a hero in a different way than, like, your typical hero, you know? He's very much a grassrootsy type, and I really admire that about him.
Yeah,
He's on the ground
mean-
doing, like, the important work.
it matters just as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have much patience for people who think otherwise.
Yeah. I agree. And I think that it was hard for BP to hear that maybe he wasn't doing as good as he thought he was.
Possibly. But
didn't say
it can
that
also be an
directly.
opportunity for him to maybe find something meaningful.
I hope he does.
Seems like he's been living in a lot of set pieces. Sometimes you gotta find something real.
Yeah. Well, I hope that he finds it, and that, I mean, he just has a lot of potential to do a lot of good with his power set.
Yeah, I mean, if you can stand in front of somebody who's about to get shot, clearly.
Yeah. But that's not what the exceptionals do,
No,
really.
but you see the potential there.
Yeah.
There is
They-
potential there.
There is absolutely potential. I mean, they all have decent power sets to intervene in situations where those types of powers are needed, right? Like they could definitely be a
Yeah.
team with power and make a big difference, but they don't. And that's, I think, was my frustration, and I think that was hard for him to hear, but
Well, maybe you've set a change in motion.
I hope so. Or I've
Only
just
time will tell.
unleashed a horrible villain.
If he goes and falls onto the villain side, I don't think anything you could have done would really affect the situation that much.
I hope not.
HK! 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 And coming skating over is Lenny.
Hi, Lenny. How are you doing? How's your head?
A lot better.
Good.
Thank you, both of you, all of you.
You're welcome.
Looks like
Dave.
things calm down.
Yeah, Dave told us what happened last night. Sounds
Yeah.
Cass.
Glory's kind of a badass. I mean,
I was,
everybody is, but
I was
yeah.
working on something to maybe add to the mural. If you
Oh,
want to
yeah,
see
of
my
course.
sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he unfurls a sketch of a apparently giant skeleton with the Misfits skull
Yes.
on top,
Cute.
slicing
love
up sausage with on each end is the heads of Max and Peter.
I love this so much.
Do it, please do
Yes.
it.
I love this
That's
so
great.
much. I love your artist. You are a true artist, Lonnie.
I feel like Elytra probably comes out
inspiration.
around this time and is like, yes.
Everything about that, yes.
Your
Glory
dad
will.
said maybe I should put some bees in one of the eye sockets. I don't know what that's about.
Yes.
Yes.
Glory will also show him the picture of Max and Peter handcuffed and beat the fuck up, knocked out on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't think they're
Ooh.
getting that street cred back.
Oh, I'm gonna give that to Rob.
Yeah.
If I can have this for a second.
Yeah, sure.
He'll take it and he starts skating back over to the park. Hey, Rob!
Look at this.
Within
love
30
it.
minutes, that photo is on every single phone
Yeah.
in the skate park.
I love it.
We are here to spread the best, most ridiculous gossip. That's it.
Hey, if you piss Glory off, she has no qualms about gossiping about you.
I love it. I love that's her
Full
secret
support.
vice.
And
Secret
Thoth
advice,
is-
being a bitch.
I love it.
Thoth, it's probably about this time that you arrive as, like, they're all, like, showing the picture to one another, and the one, apparently by the name of Rob, has started, like, some sort of preliminary coloring to, like, immortalize the picture on one of the ramps.
Nice.
Yes.
But you do also notice that one of the drop pits in the skate park is currently being lined with spray paint teeth and a giant tongue.
Thoth was a badass during that
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
HK will just gush about like Thoth's
Making
making
the
their graffiti come alive and defend
Yeah.
the park.
Yeah, it seems like the skaters are doing alright. There's even a couple volunteers that appear to be patching the front of the place, because it did still have some cuts and scrapes from the assault.
Crushed concrete and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
Sans SP, you all are able to get into the manor and prepare for Black Butterfly's arrival.
Oh my gosh.
Say, how late is SP for this?
Hey.
SP, roll me a d6.
Oh no. Nothing ever goes right when you roll a d6.
5.
Oh, okay. It wasn't
You're cut-
noticing. That was the
Yeah.
thing.
Cutting it close, but you get there before Black Butterfly does.
Oh.
Say, you maybe arrive as Glory's like mid debating whether or not she should text if you're okay.
Yeah. At some point, he has changed.
Mm-hmm. Probably still a touch out of breath from chasing down Trenchcoat Man.
Yeah.
HK is frantically trying to clean and make things look as like presentable as possible with her mom coming. Just
Elytra is doing her best
fretting.
and making sure there's not
Just
a
got the
single bug
place.
in this house.
If she's
Yeah.
expecting perfection at this point, that's a her problem.
Okay. HK still like sweeping.
Are maybe some of the bugs carrying out litter and dust with them
The
specifically
styrofoam
because
pieces.
Well, we need
Yes.
the styrofoam board to demonstrate boundaries.
that
That keeps coming up. We gotta have the
Do
boundaries
we need
board.
to do the board for
Picturing
BB?
So it's drawing just on the styrofoam on the wall somewhere.
Yeah, no, it,
Yeah.
it has been
Somebody
in
has
here.
just, like-
propped up on a shelf or something.
Yeah.
You know
What's
what?
happening?
I have an idea. Let's say, Thoth, as you're like helping clear some things away,
Mhm.
you find an old chalkboard.
Ooh.
Okay.
Looks like it still has a few pieces of chalk. You're not exactly clear on why it says cloning fuckers on it. And like multiple like knives and arrows pointed at it.
Yeah.
And also there appears to be like a smeared list of people? Question mark? I'm not sure. But chalkboard seems to be in good shape for the most part.
I'll take a picture of what's there. And
I mean, it's covered in dust. It clearly has not been used in some time.
okay. I'll still take a picture of what's there.
Yeah.
Could be useful eventually, one day, maybe. Then I think I'll start dusting it off and cleaning it off.
All right. And it's about that time. There's a clunk, clunk, clunk at the front door.
My mom at least uses doors.
Do you
she
want
goes
to
to
get
answer
it,
That's
or
good.
should we?
She grabs it. Hey, Mom!
Well, you open it up, and the first thing you see is a stack of food.
Thank God.
Right.
Thank God.
And the second thing you notice is that it's not being held by your mom. It's your grandma.
Grandma!
Hi, sweetie.
How you doing?
Sorry, hang on. And she sort of like totters in with the stack of food.
HK is gonna try to take this stack of food from her.
SP will go to help, but
It's all right. It's all
faster.
right. I got it. I can't drop it.
It's probably
She's
true.
got you there.
Just like turn me in the direction of the kitchen. I can't really see.
HK will just like kind of lead her there. Steer her grandma there.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
She starts tottering away with it. And then Black Butterfly comes in
I was
behind her,
about to
similarly
say.
carrying a lot of food.
Elytra will take some of the food from Black Butterfly and head to the kitchen.
SP's already at the door, so he'll
Yeah.
offer to help.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Mia. Let's see. So we were doing power practice. I brought my notes. And she pulls out a binder that's about this thick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yep.
I've had some theories about what we could work on today. She sort of looks around the space. We have room, maybe not supplies, but we can work with what we have. Let's see. She starts walking over to like
Mom,
a pile of
we
rubble.
actually had something specific in mind.
Elytra raises an eyebrow at Mia, just.
HK's just gonna pull out the amulet that she has now. We've had
We can discuss specifics in a moment, dear. Now,
no.
let's see. If we move this here, and as you're trying to interrupt her, you hear a smash behind you. As Fortune Fox, having come out of the kitchen, apparently holding some form of crockpot, has stopped and dropped what she was holding as she is staring at that amulet.
I feel like at the
Whoa! I
same
thought we didn't.
time-
Don't drop things.
before Fortune Fox came out, I feel like Elytra would have just said, as Black Butterfly is continuing to like list, would have been like, Black Butterfly, listen.
Yes, Mom, are you? And then she notices the amulet. She drops the binder, rushes over to you, HK, and like grabs the amulet, like studying it. Where did you get this?
That's
Kind of what we needed you here for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a black fox, and
Fortune Fox in the doorway.
I followed them into the wall, the one with the mural outside, and I was on an island, and there was
Both Fortune Fox and Black Butterfly have gone sheet white.
SP will stand behind Fortune.
Yep.
She
no,
won't fall. She won't fall.
Yeah,
He'll stand
Elytra's
behind Black
probably
Butterfly in case she passes
there
out.
to help stabilize anyone who passes out.
Such a helpful thug.
Yeah.
An island
Yeah,
from the doorway.
surrounded by a lake.
Kitsune no Shima. No, 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 no. No.
Oh shit.
There's some context we're missing here.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good.
And Black Butterfly pulls you into a hug.
What?
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
What's happening?
And as she, like, releases you, you can tell that she's, like, fighting back tears.
Maybe we
what's
should
going on?
sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
She's just gonna lead her mother over to like sit on the futon.
make some tea, and Thoth is just gonna slip into the kitchen.
What's wrong?
Before you can get an answer from Black Butterfly, your grandmother rushes up and grabs your hand. HK. Did he talk to you?
Just said sorry.
As she just starts, like, openly weeping.
I don't know what's going on.
It's too soon.
What's too soon?
You hear me? As she starts, like, shouting at the amulet. It's too soon! Not her too!
What's happening? It's gonna be fine.
Mia. Do you remember what I told you about our family?
Yeah?
About why we became heroes?
Yeah?
Do you remember the Mood Jade Empress?
Yes?
That is the amulet of Inari. Only given to those fated to face her.
Ooh. Well, shit.
Now is not the time for language, young lady.
I feel like if there's ever a time for language, I feel like this is the time for language. And then she just says shit in Japanese.
This shouldn't have appeared for another 1,000 years. How?
1,000 years.
Fortune Fox, you heard his voice, sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was his voice. It was a male voice. And he just said, I'm sorry. It's gonna be okay.
As she sort of collapses onto like a futon.
One thing I never question about you, Mom, is how much you love us.
Damn straight.
She'll just like lean in for a hug. But it's not just family this time. We've got, there's other
You've
people
got
that are
us.
willing to help.
She sort of looks around at the rest of you. If you all intend to help Mia with this, then there are things we should tell you. But before that, know that if you choose to play a role in this fight, it may very well cost the lives of yourself or those closest to you.
Why are those closest to us?
Because she lives to cause suffering. Have you returned to the island yet, Mia?
Yeah. Oh, no, I haven't gone back. I just went there and was given the amulet.
Hold it close and think of the gate.
Okay. Mia's gonna grab something out of the kitchen to eat because she's running on caffeine at this point. And just like shoves it in her mouth. Very unladylike. And then she just thinks of the gate.
By the time you return, Fortune Fox is like leaning on your mom as the two of them are sort of supporting one another. As you focus, everyone watches as the shadows in the corner of the room stir, extending up and across until a shadow of a torii gate appears, devoid of any actual gate. And the surface of the wall within the bounds of the gate ripples and wavers. All we need to do is step through. And she, along with Fortune Fox, steps through the gate. I assume all of you follow?
Elytra will.
Yeah.
Whatever this is bad. She just isn't gonna let the rest of them be in a bad situation.
Lori's a dead woman walking anyways.
We have so much bad shit right now. It's fun. It's one more.
Can we get the bad shit to fight each other and then we fight whichever one wins?
I think that might be an option. Depends. Can I control my bad shit? Because maybe.
Both SP?
I think Philip just sighs and looks down at the tea he just made and is like, oh well. And puts it on the
Take it with
counter.
you, man.
Take
Take
it
it
with
with you.
Yeah.
Well, alright.
SP has food in his hand, I'm sure, at this point, and he's just gonna take it with him.
Just carry the tray of
Alright.
Bring the
tea
noodles.
through this gate. This is fine.
And as you all pass through the threshold of the gate, we pan across San Sebastián back to the man in the trench coat. As he runs and runs, looks up, checks to make sure his pursuer is still there. Runs and runs until he finally spots it. An apartment complex. Now he just needs to remember which one Miss Juanita lives in.
Oh no!
That's for next time.
Shit!
Oh
no.
Not me.
As while we will be exploring HK's new sanctuary next time,
Haha.
Ooh,
Ah.
Hell
next
yeah.
time we'll also be beginning Glory's first arc.
Woohoo!
So, let's go ahead and go through some end of session questions, and then I will reveal the name of the arc.
I can go first. Elytra grew closer to the team, specifically, I'm going to say HK.
Aw.
I yelled at your mom a couple times for you, it's fine.
Pay attention, lady. We're actually here for specific power testing, not your binder.
I appreciate the binder, but
You and me would get along great if we weren't focused
if
on
I
other
didn't
things
have
right
some
now.
other shit to worry about first.
I also have binders.
We can compare notes later.
I love it.
You do have influence, so.
All right. I am going to.
And I'm taking potential, by the way.
Okay. HK is going to adjust Electra's freak up and superior down.